What's up, fantasy champions? Spotlight Sports Network is excited to tell you about an amazing deal from Thrive Fantasy, your place for daily fantasy sports and esports. Right now with promo code SS Network, Thrive Fantasy will match up to $50 of your first deposit. So go to thrivefantasy.com and sign up now with promo code SS Network. That's thrivefantasy.com, promo code SS Network.
Once a Raider, bruh, always a Raider, bruh. Shit simple as that. You look silver and black. Lot of bread invested in that O-line. Car insurance cost an arm and a leg to reach that goal line. It's go time.
What is up, everybody? What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Your boy is back for streaming, man. Your boy is officially back for streaming. Let me just fix my camera real quick. Yo, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? What is up, Raider Nation? Raider Nation, your boy is back with another stream, y'all. What's up? What's going on with y'all, man? What's going on? Ain't really been much Raiders news out there as much as I expected. So I'm still going to do these shows as much as possible. Before I answer any questions about the show, but welcome to the Spotlight Raiders Talk live podcast. I am your host, Darian of the Spotlight Raiders Talk, home of the Spotlight Sports Network. I am finally happy to be back and giving y'all live stream and giving y'all content. I know I've been slacking and everything of that nature, but shout out to all the subscribers that have subscribed to the YouTube page. And this is your first time ever being at our YouTube page. We would suggest that you subscribe, hit the bell button, and get the latest news and all sports news. But we're back here with another live stream. What's going on, Alicia Brown, Ryan Robinson, Kevin Cronin, Dominique 5, DRC to the second power. What's up, everybody? What is going on? Happy to be back and be doing Raiders content with y'all. And I know that Raider Honcho was live. So shout out to my boy Raider Honcho all the way in Florida on vacation, still giving y'all the hottest content on YouTube. But, shout out to Honcho. And today we're going to have the call-in show back for y'all. So if you're not a part of the Raider Nation Discord, the Spotlight Raiders Talk Discord, you will not have the number to call in. Just to let you know, we trying to get the trolls from calling the line. So we trying to make sure that we won't have the trolls disrespecting us on this line as well. So trying to keep it to a minimum here. So if you're not in the Discord, which I put on my community post, if you're not in the Discord, you're not going to be able to call into the show. So we are officially live, y'all, and we are officially here. We want to get into some Raiders news that we have so far that I found a few things that I am going to talk about today, according to Raiders Wire and JustBlogBaby.com. Everything, I'm not going to talk about everything that's on these websites, but I am going to address certain things on this website. Like the first thing, I know y'all heard about the whole Sam Darnold getting traded to the Carolina Panthers. That was something that we had to make sure, oh, darn, we played against Sam Darnold with the Jets last year, and Sam Darnold looked pretty good against us in the last couple of years against the Raiders. But the question is, how did Jets Sam Darnold trade impact the Las Vegas Raiders pick at number 17? Now, that's something that you really have to look into when you come to the NFL draft. Now, the Raiders do hold the number 17 overall pick in the first round. While they were not directly impacted by the Sam Darnold trade, it affects the draft though. But the Las Vegas Raiders hold the number 17 overall pick in the 2021 NFL draft. And unlike previous years, if you want to think about it, that there's the only selection that means that Mike Mayock and John Gruden cannot afford to miss here, which they cannot afford to miss here at all, in my personal opinion. So on Monday, the New York Jets did traded Sam Darnold to the Carolina Panthers, and that would have a major impact on the first round pick. So here's a look at how Monday's, Darnold trade could shape up the first 17 choices of the draft. We all know that Trevor Lawrence is going number 1. We all know that. But we won't go down to actually going to go down to our pick at number 17, which they, according to Just Blog Baby, this what they'll say. So as of right now, at number 17, they got us taking, I'm trying to get to it. They still got us taking Tevin Jenkins, offensive tackle from Oklahoma State. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but me personally, but shout out to everybody in the chat room. What's going on, Eager? What's going on, BL? What do you think the reasoning of not cutting Keaton Lawson yet? I will get to that question. Make sure you hold on to that question, but I want to get to the Raiders news as well. But it's saying that we're going to get it. They're saying on justballbaby.com that we're supposed to get Tevin Jenkins, offensive tackle from Oklahoma State. Now, with the 17th overall pick of the Las Vegas Raiders, landed their new right tackle, bringing in Tevin Jenkins from Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State. As we mentioned in our 7th round mock draft. That's what they said according to justballbaby.com. Now, Jenkins would be an excellent fit for the Las Vegas Raiders, teaming up with Colton Miller to form a dominant young duo at the offensive tackle spots. It's been a crazy offseason for the Raiders for the offensive line, trading away the 60% of their starters from week 1 in 2020 NFL season. By drafting Jenkins, they begin to build stability once again and has proven to see one of the nastiest offensive tackles available in the draft cycle. By drafting Jenkins, the Raiders fixed one of their last issues on the offensive line and turned their attention to the defense in day 2. Now, I don't know about this. I do love Tevin Jenkins. A lot of people are very high on Tevin Jenkins when it comes to the offensive tackle position. If Slater's not there, if a lot of people are not there at 17, especially these offensive tackles, they're really deep in the draft. So when they're really deep in the draft like that, you really got to go after the best available offensive tackle. Me personally, you have to go after a need. You have to go after a need, in my opinion. If you don't go after a need, it's going to be an issue. It's going to be a definite issue. Make sure y'all let me know if y'all can still hear me. I know it's some audio playing in the background. I don't know where is it coming from. So I don't know where it's coming from at this moment, but make sure y'all can still hear me as well. So shout out to everybody that's in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Key has been sending super chat messages to the Raiders fans talking about if he leaves, he will perform. We're not really worried about that. So if you do have any questions, let me go back to the questions as we speak. Let's go back to the questions as we speak. So let's go back up to Vernon Taylor. Vernon Taylor said, do you think the Notre Dame linebacker is good enough to fit our system? Yes, I think it is, but I don't think it's a need in the first round. He's more of an edge rusher than a linebacker, in my opinion. You're talking about that guy that I cannot pronounce his name. I cannot pronounce his name at all. So with me, in my personal opinion, I feel like, yeah, he's a good fit, but is he a first round draft pick? No, but we know this is the Raiders that we're talking about. The Raiders that we're talking about, they always reach in the first round. We've been reaching in the first round for the longest outside of Josh Jacobs. That was the only reach that we didn't have. So, yeah, man. So I like the Notre Dame guy, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's the biggest need to get in the first round. That's just my opinion, man. That's just my opinion. What's going on, Icy Nate? What's going on, Imagine Wagons Official? What's going on, Rick? What's going on? What's up? Give me 1 second here. BL said, what do you think of the reasoning for not cutting Key and Lawson yet? Don't know the reasoning. I really don't know the reasoning why they didn't cut Nevin Lawson. I don't think they're going to cut Nevin Lawson just because of the fact that he just re-signed with us, and I know he has that suspension, which I did put that news out there, so make sure y'all go check out that video on the Spotlight Raiders Talk. But they're not going to cut Lawson. I don't know what the issue of not cutting Arden Key. I think Arden Key has been a very disappointing draft pick for us, and I think we just need to, cut him loose. In my opinion, we just need to cut him loose and make sure he can play better on a different team. He's been talking about he want to play for the Buccaneers. Well, go let him play for the Buccaneers. That means he really does not want to be a Raider at this time. So it is what it is, man. Terrence, what's going on, my guy? What's up, Terrence? What's up, man? Cut Lawson, Rashard, and Key Vickers need more cap space. The Raiders not doing nothing else in cap space, bro. I don't even, people still believe that we're getting Richard Sherman, which I'll be doing a video on there telling y'all why that I don't think we even in Richard Sherman's radar anymore. I'm kind of giving up on that, honestly, in my opinion. Everybody say Richard Sherman this, Richard Sherman that. I'm just not. I just don't see it happening. And until I see it on the dotted line, then I'll believe it. Until then, I'm not doing any more rumors when it comes to that. So yeah. Colton Miller has turned out to be pretty good, especially after that contract. Yes, Daryl, that's right, man. That's absolutely right. He did get better, and that's why I think Colton Miller is going to be one of the best tackles or best young tackles in the game. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. What's up, Spotlight? What's going on, Navy Vet? Duke City Raider, what's going on? Dennis Ortiz, what's going on? Icy Nate, NFL analyst Matt Miller said the Raiders are going likely go defense at 17. I don't mind that we go defense at 17, but I just really hope we address the offensive line in the draft period. And then the best player on available, if he's there at 17, get Morrig. Get Morrig, in my opinion. Get him. Checking into the show. What's going on, Israel Rodriguez? Jason Marshall says Sherman is taking his sweet ass time. I'm sure the offer from the Raiders will still be on the table. I hope so. That's just my opinion. Has Arden Key ever recorded a sack since he's been with the team? Yes. Yes, he has recorded a few sacks, but it's not to a point where he's on a higher level. Like, come on, y'all. Come on, bro. We all know that Arden Key has been a disappointment. He should have been getting more sacks than what he's been getting in that source. Yes, he took a pay cut for the future, right? Icy Nate, he took a pay cut for the future. I don't know what we're doing at 17, but my gut tells me is Xavier Collins. I'll be okay with that, but I'm not sure it's the biggest need. Linebacker is not the biggest need in the first round. That's what it's not really any good linebackers that's worthy coming out of the first round. That's for any team. That most of the top 17 picks, none of them need a linebacker. Probably the Atlanta Falcons at that sort, but other than that, it's not really a team that in the first 17 picks that needs a linebacker. So I don't see that happening. He has no guarantees after 2022, so he could get cut or traded by us if he sucks. Ballsy move. I'd rather say Miller, but I love it. No safety in the first is not the best move. It's the need. It's the need, Corey Smith. I'm sorry to say, it's more of a need at the safety position than it is. So I'm getting my words mixed up. So if you go get the offensive tackle at 17 or go get a safety at 17, I am fine with that. If we get anything outside of those two, I'm not fine with. I don't want us to get a wide receiver. I don't want us to get any skilled players if it's not the safety position or the defensive position. Linebacker is not a need in the first round either. It's not. It's just not. If we could take a tackle at number 17, or we take a safety in the second round. But if Trevor Morrig is there at 17, I would not pass up on Trevor Morrig. I would not do it. I would not pass up on him. He's one of the best safeties in the draft. So I wouldn't want to, go up on. I don't want to trade up to go get him. I mean, I don't want the Raiders to trade up. I think 17 is a nice spot. In my opinion, I think the Raiders have a best spot at number 17. That's what we need to sign a free safety and a right tackle. The way we don't have to clear and get the best player available. But Dominique Five, the question is, if the best player available is not what we need, do we still go get the best player available? Say the best player available is a wide receiver. Do we go get a wide receiver at 17? I don't think so. I think we need to go get the best player at our need. You know what I'm saying? The best player best player at our need. If the best player available on the board is a wide receiver, do we go get a wide receiver? Absolutely not. I don't think the Raiders need a wide receiver at this moment. I mean, Devontae Smith is not going to fall to 17. We all know that. Jalen Waddle probably falls to 17, but I don't want him. Why go after? You go for the best player when it comes to the need. You don't go for the best player available on the board, because the best player available on the board might not be what we need. So hopefully we can see that happening. Right. That's been the Raiders' problem. We're not going to get the best player of the need. We're going to go get the best player available, which is dumb. I don't mind Richie Grant either, but I don't think Richie Grant is a pick for number 17, in my opinion. I don't think he's a pick for number 17. I just don't see it. I don't see it at all. Trade down and pick up more picks. Trade down for what, though? If Trevor Moehrig is there at 17, or you have the best safety in the draft at number 17, then you go get the best safety in the draft. I'm sorry. You don't. Grant is a second round tops. He's a second round safety. But if Trevor Moehrig is there at 17, I would not trade back. I wouldn't trade back. That's just me. You know, other Raider YouTubers have their opinions when it comes to the draft. I'm at a point where I don't know what the Raiders going to do at 17. I don't know. And I can't wait to see it, because I will be live for the draft. I will be sitting right here live for the draft. Not a problem at all. We need an O-line safety in the first and safety in the second. I understand that, but if the best player on the board is not an offensive lineman and is Trevor Moehrig, then we go for that. Landon Dickerson at 17, good move at right tackle, and Dickerson is the best backup center if Andre James hurt or suck. Well, we did pick up a veteran. Center in Nick Martin that would back up Andre James. So I don't need Dickerson as another backup center. I don't see that. You can trade down and still get Moehrig, since the Jags and the Bears would want him. But my problem with this Icy Nate is that if I go and trade down, right? How many spots are we planning to trade down? Because if we trade down that 17 pick, right, and we don't get Trevor Moehrig before our pick comes up after we trade down, it will be dumb. It will be dumb to trade down. It will be stupid. It wouldn't make sense to trade down and then some other team go get him. All right, trade with so they said trade with the Colts as number 21 right before the Vikings, because they can still take Moehrig. The only team I'm trading with, I'll take Moehrig at 17 though. Yeah, I would take Moehrig at 17. Just my opinion. Yeah, that's why I said camp, because I don't want to trade down. I don't want to trade down either. I don't want to trade down. If you want to trade down, get him is got to be picked 21 or 22. I think he will. I'm thinking that Trevor Moehrig is going to be picked up before the 20th pick. He's going to be picked up before the 20th pick. I don't see him going 21 or 22. So if we want to draft down, we got to draft at least to the 20th pick. I wouldn't trade down to the 21st or 22nd. I think he's going to be gone before the 20th pick. That's why I think we're in the best spot at 17. Unless we go Grant in the second round. Just pick Moehrig at 17. I don't want Grant in the second round. He's 24 years old, man. I don't know. Spotlight, how would you feel if the Raiders just take an unexpected player at 17 like they took Arnett? I didn't know who Damon Arnett was until I actually had to look him up, that he played on the opposite side of Okudah, because Jeff Okudah was the star corner there at Ohio State. So I'm like, who the hell is Damon Arnett? Because our guy last year was AJ Terrell from Clemson, and he ended up getting picked up by the Atlanta Falcons. But I didn't know Arnett was the next best corner outside of Okudah and AJ Terrell. I thought it was better corners than Damon Arnett that we could have got at that spot, but I think we was really focusing on AJ Terrell and we didn't get him. Atlanta Falcons got to him before we did. So I'm just up in the air. I'm not these mock drafts that I'm going to do. Hopefully we'll land some of these players, but it's a lot. It's a lot when it comes to it. I'm just going to leave it to the professionals at this point. Yes, we're going to leave it to the professionals at this point. I mean, we can do all the research in the world when it comes to the draft. We would do all the research in the world, but the question is John Gruden and Mike Mayock going to make the right decision at 17? That's why we doing all these mock drafts and stuff. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Mama Spotlight is calling. Yes, Mama.
You busy?
I'm live right now. What's going on?
All right, okay, call me back.
All right. Mama Spotlight was just calling me, so I had to take that call real quick. Sorry. But Dickerson will play guard to be the best backup center. Incognito last year to play. Knowing Gruden being unpredictable, grabbed the best lineman. We'll see. Because I heard he had some rumors about him loving a tight end coming out of college. I don't think it's Kyle Pitts, but listen. Okay, Cable Guy says Trayvon Diggs would have been a better pick than Arnett. Exactly. And he fell all the way to Dallas. Like, I was surprised about that he fell all the way to Dallas. I was not expecting that at all. Shout out and stay hydrated. Thank you, Daryl. Thank you. We really do appreciate it, brother. We are going to need the draft 2 safeties anyway, because we're not picking up a safety in free agency. We're surely not, y'all. If you really peep, we could have picked up a safety by now in free agency. We could have. So we're going to go 2 safeties in this draft. I really think there's going to be 2 safeties drafted out this draft. It'll probably be in the top 4 picks or the top 5 picks, because I think we have still got those 2 picks in the 5th round. I wouldn't be surprised if we go get 2 safeties in this draft. I would not be surprised. I swear. Can y'all hear me now? Jamar Johnson. I heard about Jamar Johnson. I don't know too much about Jamar Johnson. I don't know too much about him, but I mean, yeah, he's another one too. It got to be Sherman or Poole as our last free agency pickups. I'm not the type of person, man. I'm not the type of person. Listen, I'm kind of backing off of Richard Sherman. I'm going to make a video about it. I'm not going to talk about it here, but I'm going to let y'all know how I feel about Richard Sherman. I honestly, he's taking his slow ass time. And listen, free agency's been over by now, but I just don't see it. Arnett is better than everyone saying Gutner could have made anyone look like trash. I understand that, Dick Vitale. I could completely understand that, bro. But Damon Arnett was not the better player in the draft than Trayvon Diggs. He wasn't the best player. He wasn't the second best player behind Jeff Okudah when it comes to needs or when it comes to the cornerback position. He was ranked like between 10 and 15 best corners coming out of the draft. So, I mean, anybody, yeah, you're right, though, but Paul Gutner can make everybody trash. But hey, you never know. Because of COVID, the talent scouting has been more distant. Therefore, trading down makes no sense. Skip the diamonds in the rough and go after can't miss talent. Thank you, John Q. And make sure y'all hitting that like button, y'all. Make sure y'all hitting that like button because it does help out the stream to have people come on in. So make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel if this y'all first time here. But we just having our good show at 4:15. We will be opening up the phone lines just to let you know if you're not a part of our Discord, you cannot call in because I will not be putting the phone number on here due to the fact of the trolls and everything of that nature. So if you're not in our Discord, you cannot call. So if you need the link to the Discord, let me know and I will put it in the chat. But until then, I will not be putting the phone lines up here. I will not be doing it. So we got 51 people in the chat with 26 likes. Let's get that like button up, y'all, and subscribe to the channel. So let's get back to these questions in the chat. Hayward over Sherman. I would take Casey Hayward, but the question is, how much is Casey Hayward worth? If we're going to draft for a need at 17, you take the best available at the position that has the least amount of depth in the draft. Big Shane, RN Forel, I agree with you there. James Wiggins is a sleeper for free safety from Cincinnati. Get him on day 3 if he's still there. If he's still there, Dominique 5. I watched Gutner make all pros look like hot garbage. That's true. Don't forget to like this. Thank you, Navy Vet 43. Thank you so much. It always feels like the year that we pick a player, there's always some crazy ass players in that position in the next year. I like Arnett last year, Horn, Farley, Surtain this year. Patrick Surtain's not going to be there at 17, though. That's the problem. He's not going to be there at 17. It has nothing to do with Gutner. He shouldn't have been picked. He was in the first place where there were better players on the board. Facts. I agree with you on that. Gruden and Mayock draft good boys with good football IQ. You need to draft bad boys that play nasty football. Rick, you're right about that. Gruden wants meat and potatoes up front first before dessert sweet pigs. Oh, wow. Jay Youngblood found a way to sign Sherman, Boston, and Ingram, then pick up the best available OT at 17. I would love to do that, Jay Youngblood. I would love to do that, but we have not picked up any players in free agency when it comes to the position need. We have not picked up nobody. We have not picked up nobody that's that need in free agency. We haven't did it. So that's why I think they're going to go to the draft. It's sad because I would love to have Trey Boston there because he's a veteran, or Sherman there because he's a veteran, but I'm just kind of over it with the Sherman and Trey Boston talk. I'm kind of over it with that. To be honest, I think we sit on defense expected free safety, right? I'm conflicted on drafting Devontae Smith at 17 because it would be a scary offense, but just prove that we aren't high on Ruggs. We're not getting Devontae. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Devontae Smith is not going to be there at 17, bro. He's not going to be there at 17. I promise you that. He's not going to be there at 17. So if we pick a wide receiver at 17, I am going to have a fit because a wide receiver is not a need in this draft. But I wouldn't be surprised, though. It's the Raiders we're talking about. It's the Raiders we're talking about. Just hope the Raiders don't try to outsmart themselves like they have been doing in the past in regards to the draft. You got a point there, bro. You got a point there. Old school Raiders, how we need to play. Facts. Rick Tafur says Gus Bradley isn't high on Trey Boston because his missed tackles like Eric Harris. But missed tackling can be coached. Tackling can be coached. That's the thing. If Gus Bradley is willing to coach up these players, that's an easy fix. That is an easy fix. I don't know why Gus Bradley would say that, knowing that you could teach people how to tackle. That's what Paul Gutner didn't do. Gruden or Mayock last season. I don't know what you mean by that, Chuck Thomas. What's going on, Arnett Smith on Facebook? What's going on, bro? Really, then, what is Jonathan Abram? A nasty if the opposing team was worried about Abram. That's a fact. Well, Abram's problem was he couldn't cover. He could tackle. Don't get me wrong. Jonathan Abram brings nasty tackling, but he's not the full, complete safety as far as his potential go when it goes to Jonathan Abram. He got to get to that full potential. That's why he started working out and he spoke with Charles Woodson. I mean, if he keeps that mentor with Charles Woodson, then he's going to be a better player. I promise you that. I hate people doubt Ruggs. The man played hurt all last year. Okay, before I answer any other question, I'm going to be honest with you. I was not high on Henry Ruggs coming to the Raiders. I wasn't. Even before he even played a down for the Raiders, I did not want him. I did not want him because I feel like it was better wide receivers in the draft before we got Henry Ruggs. Justin Jefferson, Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb. I thought those three were better than Henry Ruggs, and we would have got them. But we got to work with what we got. I accepted that we have Henry Ruggs, but until then, that's different, man. I'm not going for that Victor Ford. It makes no sense because you can't fix younger players rather than veteran players. I don't know. That don't make any sense. No matter if you're a veteran player or not, if you have a talent and you know you have a weakness as a talent, a coach can work on that. No matter if that's like saying you can fix a freshman, but you can't fix a senior in high school. As a coach, you should be able to develop every single player on your football team. Not because they're young, not because they're a veteran. Veterans still need help too. There's some weaknesses to veteran players in the NFL. I think tackling is one of the easiest fixes in the NFL. It is. It is, in my opinion. I don't get how someone gets the pro level needs and to be taught how to tackle. I don't listen. Sometimes you need a refresher. After all the playoffs, after all the games in the games that you played, sometimes a refresher does help the player. Especially the way the NFL is, you can't tackle a certain way now. So you have to think about it. You can't tackle a certain way like it used to be back in the day. So yeah, they have to practice player safety on how to tackle the proper way because you can't be as nasty as you would be playing. You know what I'm saying? So we have missed so many tackles. Hopefully Gus Bradley can fix it. Gus Bradley had him in 2017 and still has missed tackling. He don't re-sign him. I don't know if Gus Bradley want him back. I got to hear from Gus Bradley first, man. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong. Victor Ford is cool. I have no issues with Victor Ford. But I'm just saying, like, I'd rather hear it from the horse's mouth than somebody that's just trying to put out tweets. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. All right, let's go back to some of these. Let's go back to some of these questions here. Ruggs is never going to be a number one. He's a number two with a speed element, and they were rookies. It takes time. That doesn't take. No, I don't want to hear that rookie excuse. I don't want to hear the rookie excuse. I don't want to hear that rookie excuse because CeeDee Lamb had a great rookie year, and yes, he had Amari Cooper on the opposite side, but still. And you know, Justin Jefferson. He got drafted after Ruggs got drafted. So Justin Jefferson had Adam Thielen on the opposite side, but Adam Thielen was hurt majority of the year. And he had 1,400 yards in his rookie year. I'm sorry. I'm not going with that. I'm not going with that. Sorry to say. If they don't get no other wide receiver, they should pick up Rondell Moore from Purdue and Tutu Atwell from Louisville or Damani Brown from UNC. What's going on, Mitchell Ragsdale? What's going on, Michelle? What's going on, Michelle? Sorry I said your name wrong. What's going on, Michelle? Every team in the AFC West got better this offseason. Gruden still not made change at QB, and he does not know how to build a defense. Why do he need to make a change? Why do he need to make a change at quarterback? We're not going to have this argument about Derek Carr. Derek Carr is the best quarterback that we had in the Raiders in a long damn time. We went through quarterbacks like water in the last 20 years. We went through a lot of quarterbacks. Derek Carr has been the most consistent quarterback for the Raiders every single year. So we're not going to do that. There's no change at quarterback. Stop that madness, Chuck. Stop that madness. Sorry to say. Damn, I just got dropped my tostada. Damn. Ruggs just need chemistry and better route running, also getting bigger. Yeah, and you notice, Icy Nate, if you saw on Raiders Daily on Instagram, Derek Carr is working with John Brown. He's working with Henry Ruggs. He's working with Zay Jones in the offseason to get that chemistry. If y'all have not seen that picture, make sure y'all go to, I think it's Raiders Scout or Raiders Daily on Instagram. Make sure y'all go follow them there. Good luck with Gus Bradley and Mike Mayock's draft has been okay. I think Gus Bradley's going to be good. I think Gus Bradley's going to be good for us. Ruggs need to get off that PS5 and put in the work. I see him. Well, they showed a picture. I think it's a picture on Instagram where they posted the wide receivers in Derek Carr with them. I still remember the Terrell Pryor days. Right. Terrell Pryor was one of those guys, and it was trying to turn him into a wide receiver. What's up, Nation? DC is our quarterback. End of story. Thank you, Stay Focused. The Kerry Collins days. Yes, the Kerry Collins days was one of those days, too. So if Ruggs at number 2, then why we take him when you needed a number 1 receiver? Because at the time, you got to think about it, Cable Guy. We had Tyrell Williams as our number 1 before he started to get hurt. So that's why they took somebody to be the opposite of Tyrell Williams last year. But that didn't happen because Tyrell Williams had a shoulder injury, and that just blew up in our face, and that's why we end up cutting him, basically. So we did have a number one, but Tyrell Williams was not a real number one, as you could say. Look from what the current pass player says. Gruden has the most complex offense. Give the man time to learn. I don't think his offense is complex. I'm sorry. I just don't think his offense is complex. From the formations that I've seen, they're pretty simple. Only thing that makes it complex is the wording. He makes the wording so complex, but the offense is so simple. It's hard to say. It's the truth. The offense is very simple. Gus Bradley knows how to draft better than Gruden and Mayock. He got steals with Yannick, Jalen Ramsey, and Allen Robinson. Yeah, he did, but we got to see who's running the show in the draft. That's the problem. We got to see who's running the show in the draft. Derwin James and Desmond King also. True. And the list goes on. Facts. I wish we could have had Reconstruction William deal to keep him. No. I wanted him out of here, Daryl. I wanted him out of here because the fact that he kept getting hurt every year and it's just highway robbery. He was just never on the field for us. Why do you think he took a 1-year deal with the Detroit Lions? Because he stayed hurt. Carr is going to have a breakout year. So is Ruggs. Plus, Ruggs got spoiled. We'll see. We will definitely see. Did you see the receivers working out with DC? Yes, Tim, I did see that as well. Gus probably getting the first and the 5th pick total. Okay. Williams, just play Edwards. Yeah, just play Edwards. What has Gruden done since 2003? I'm surprised he did not sign Jameis Winston to $30 million a year contract. He is a QB whisperer. I mean, he has not done nothing. Like anybody can tell you, Chuck Thomas. This is Chuck Thomas on Facebook, yo. I'm going to tell you this one thing, Chuck Thomas. I was not a big fan of John Gruden coming back. I was not a big fan of John Gruden coming back to the Raiders. I was not. A lot of the Raider Nation wanted him back because he felt like he was going to change the culture and everything of that nature. But for me, if we're going to move to Las Vegas, right? If we're going to move to Las Vegas, I think you should have went with a whole new scenery. What's the point of bringing back the past when you know you start in your future with a whole new city? I wasn't a big fan of Gruden coming back, but it is what it is. Cars has the fastest release. Tom, imagine if we spread the offense, he would shred every team. You and I both. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan. I wasn't a big fan of him coming back. I just wasn't. Derek Carr's the true leader of this offense, getting the work months before OTAs. Right. That's true. I just feel like at the end of the day, when it comes to John Gruden, I wasn't expecting him to come back. I was not a big fan of him coming back at all. That's just not my best thing. It wasn't in my decision to say, okay, cool, he's coming back. I'm not a big fan of him at all. Not a big fan of John Gruden, but he's our coach as of right now, and that's what we have to deal with as Raiders fans. We got him for what? 6-7 more years, hopefully. He better bring us a winning season. He better bring us a playoffs. Because if he doesn't do nothing this year, if we don't make the playoffs this year, it's going to be a problem. Gruden will sell tickets? I don't think so. Only reason why we'll sell tickets is because of the stadium. Allegiant Stadium will sell tickets before John Gruden will sell tickets. The stadium itself will sell tickets. What's going on, Carlos? We in here, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? Imagine Gruden hired Todd Bowles instead of Gutner. That would have been fire. Todd Bowles wouldn't be in Tampa Bay. Would you rather have Del Rio stay if we didn't get rid of Musgrave at OC? Yes. Mike Hawk. Hell yes. Because Bill Musgrave was the successor to Derek Carr. He was the successor to Derek Carr. And Jack Del Rio was a good coach for us. But everything fell apart when he got rid of Bill Musgrave. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I would have loved to kept Jack Del Rio. I think he didn't have a chance to redeem himself after the 6-10 season. But I see that he got rid of Bill Musgrave, and a lot of players didn't like that he made that move. He lost the locker room, so it's understandable. I think if he would have kept Bill Musgrave, I think we would have been to the playoffs multiple times with Del Rio. At least Dennis Allen isn't our coach. See, Dennis Allen is not a head coach in the NFL. Dennis Allen is a defensive coordinator. You see what he did with that New Orleans Saints defense? You see what he did with that New Orleans Saints defense? They was top 5 the last couple of years. Dennis Allen was the defensive coordinator. Gotta go, guys. Just popped in on my lunch break. Eating salad sucks. I want a big fat cheeseburger. All right, Michelle. Thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it, Michelle. Make sure you have a great day. A great day. Yelling the Godway say he's going to retire wearing number 91. Do you think Kendall Vickers would give up 91 to Yannick? Yeah, I think he will. I think he will. I think he will. Del Rio lost the locker room and also the defensive mind, and he sucked. We only had Khalil Mack. Yeah, but you got to think about it. Who was our general manager at the time? Reggie McKenzie was our general manager there. Now, just imagine if we had Del Rio and Mike Mayock as the coach and a GM. That would be a different story. That would be a different story, in my opinion. The Raiders are heavily considering drafting a DB. Thoughts spotlight. I've been saying it before. I wouldn't be surprised if we did, but the question is, what DB will it be? What safety will it be? Will it be someone that everybody's expecting us to get, or someone like we did, or are we going to do another Damon Arnett of last year? Greg Olsen is good, is a good OC. I miss Musgrave, but it is what it is. Put Olsen, been with Carr since his rookie season, then came back under Gruden. Yeah, but Gruden makes all the calls. He makes all the calls. Facts. Del Rio downfall was getting rid of Musgrave. Facts. That's definitely facts too. Olsen does not call the plays, yo. Is Gruden that basically is the OC? I don't know why Greg Olsen is there if he does not call the plays. That sucks. Lincoln Riley in Oklahoma is a good fit for the Las Vegas Raiders. He can relate to young players. Yes, I think but Lincoln Riley is not coming to the NFL though. That's the only issue with that. That's the only issue with that. Lincoln Riley is not coming to the NFL. He's getting paid NFL money to be at Oklahoma. They paid him so much money to be in Oklahoma. He's not going to move up to the pros. He's staying down there. We got a lot of revenge games next season. Gruden versus Matt, Gruden versus Cooper, and Gruden versus JDR, right? We do. Nah, bro. Gruden is a genius. How he's a genius? What makes John Gruden a genius? What makes him a genius? Just because we have a top 10 offense, that doesn't make him a genius. We still ain't make the playoffs. Gruden needs to let Olsen run the offense and add some new generation formations in place. Thank you, Mike Hawk. I definitely agree. Musgrave is a much better OC. He is. Because you know what? He kept up with the Joneses. He kept up what the NFL is looking for today in an offense. That's why Del Rio let him make the play calling, but I didn't understand what was the reasoning of Del Rio making him leave at the time. So yeah. Carr has improved so much since 2016. Todd Downing was trash, and we got his shot after the playoff season. He was the best reason, and why the reason we sucked. You got a point there. I believe Carr played better under Bill Musgrave offense. I was watching the film on Carr when he used to overthrow a lot in 2016. 2021 Carr is the best version of Carr. You think Ty Downing will make Tannehill and the Titans offense suck? Yes, he will. But you got to think about it. He has a running game. He has a running game with the best running back in the league, which is Derrick Henry. We need to understand that Del Rio let Musgrave call the offense. Gruden don't let Olsen do that. Mike, you got a point there, Mike. You got a point there, Mike. You got a very, very good point there. We'll take the next step and get it to the playoffs. We got to step back. We got to step back on Gruden this discussion. Why we got to step back on it? I don't know why we got rid of Musgrave. I don't know why. Just hope out. Just hope the D will step up this year. The fact that Tampa Bay won another Super Bowl before John Gruden has won any playoff game since Tampa Bay last ring. That is an amazing hot take. That is an amazing hot take there, Chuck Thomas. That is amazing hot take right there. We got to understand that Del Rio let go of Musgrave. We just trying to figure out why. We still don't understand why he did it. Because we wouldn't be talking about John Gruden if Del Rio would have kept Musgrave. Now, Musgrave is not even in the NFL right now. That's the crazy part. Look what Del Rio has done for the Washington football team's defense. Yeah, when you give him good players, give him talented players, they'll be a great defense. Washington just missing an offense. That's all. We can't say Gruden is not good. Every wide receiver group is hurt, so we never seen a healthy offense despite. We seen a healthy offense. When everybody was healthy besides Tyrell Williams, I just feel like I'm not saying that John Gruden is not a bad coach. I just think he needs to get out of his old style of coaching. Like as far as offensive wise, you got to be a little bit more creative on the offensive side to get your best players open. And I don't think John Gruden is the coach for that, in my opinion. I just feel like if John Gruden can look at any other offense, look at that Los Angeles Rams offense. That McVay have so many options, so many ways. He made Goff look good. The question is that can he open up the playbook? He gotta spread his wings. And that's the thing with Gruden. He gotta spread his wings. I'm tired of seeing I formation on first and second down when it's very predictable. You get what I'm saying? What's going on, Silver Raider? What's going on, Silver Raider? The hot take is Derek Carr MVP next season. Ooh. Okay, I see you. Derek Carr and the offense is working. It is working. Yeah, I seen it. Musgrave would have been gone. Gruden, if picks other over him, he has his favorites and likes and needs to let younger OC do what they do. If John Gruden let Carr call the plays and audibles, just like Brady, we'll have a better offense. Icy Nate, you got a point. We never had DeForest Buckner. This isn't a 49ers channel. Who said that? Who said that? I think Gruden realized he needs to step it up this year by these smart, cheap signings, and he needs to add some trick plays to how KC has it. Okay, Henry Ruggs has beefed up in muscle. We just got to see how he takes hits. Can we focus on getting to the playoffs, please? We got to focus getting to the playoffs, but it starts with our head coach. It starts with our head coach, Dominique. It starts with our head coach. What do you think about running a wing T because of the backs we have? Switch it up. Wing T does not work in the NFL. Wing T is a high school and middle school type of offense. If you want, what you have to do is you have to go to the college plays. You can't go into a wing T. A wing T is too predictable. I ran a wing T with 13 and 14-year-olds. It's not going to work in the NFL. It's just not. It's not going to work. Wing T, I think you need a like a 3 wide receiver, like a 4 wide receiver set. Have Drake in the slot. That's what you want to really do. Or have Jacobs in the slot. We got to have them both on the field at the same time, but it doesn't have to be a wing T. Yo, Spotlight, are you going to stream on draft day? Yes, I will be streaming draft day. Yes, I will be. Wing T, haha, I haven't heard that since Pop Warner. Exactly. Someone in the comments scroll up, you'll see Pop Warner. You'll see, okay, LOL, wing T. Gruden needs to run an offense like the New Orleans Saints with 2 backs. We'll have more of a versatility. Yeah, he does. Sometimes you could do split backs. Split backs could work in the NFL. I have not seen split backs in a long time, though. I haven't seen it. I'm saying at least one negative discussion because it's been a progress towards the goal faster than other seasons. Are you talking about as far as John Gruden go? As far as John Gruden go? Wing T, this isn't the 1980s. Wing T has, but hold up, cable guy. Wait a minute. Wing T is still a good offense. It's just not made for the NFL. Wing T is made for it's made for kids. You can still run the Wing T in Pop Warner and in high school right now. You still can. Still need a dominant corner. We gotta see what happens. We gotta see what happens with that when it comes to a dominant corner. That's what has to happen. We gotta find a dominant corner. Knowing Gruden, he's going to use Drake and Josh, like Gardner and Wheatley and Ingold, like John Ritchie. Yeah, true. Wing T is so old school. It is very old school. It is. All right, so KC, Mahomes, Chargers, Herbert, Bronco, it will be Locke or Trey Lance or Justin Fields, Raiders, Carr, and Mariota. The point that Raiders got at QB have every opportunity to succeed. A couple good seasons, both who are the same 10-win season tops, less in these QBs. I see if we don't at least win at least 11 or 12 games this year, then it's time to move on from Gruden, in my opinion. I think it's time to move on. If we can't get a winning season or get a playoff berth. We gotta get a playoff berth, man. I don't care if it's a goddamn wild card. I don't care. It gotta be something to give to have a playoff game at the Death Star. We gotta have a playoff game there. Got to. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Gruden needs to hire a young, innovative OC like Olsen, run the offense, like hire a young offensive assistant to be more creative and more innovative with Olsen. Larissa Nortina, if I said that correctly, you're absolutely right. So we have someone said the Raiders 52714. I refuse to wear a shirt until I have my baby Trent Brown shirt. I should have it by this weekend. I should have it online by this weekend. I should have it online with the baby Trent Brown t-shirts. I will have that. I definitely will have that. The defense empowerment is key. Even in 2016, the D wasn't great, but caused turnovers. Turnovers mean shortest field and more scoring. So pass rush causes turnover, strip sacks, picks, etc. DC Everett, you're absolutely right on that. You're absolutely right. It's all three phases of the game, on offense and on defense. If you don't have all three phases working, then nothing's going to work. If you don't get a pass rush, if you don't get a pass rush to the quarterback, then it doesn't help out for the linebackers and the corners and safeties. If you don't have an offensive line, the quarterback cannot function, cannot throw the ball if he's on his back 90% of the time. So it got to start in the trenches first. We ran a wing team in high school, and my coach went to Grambling and ran the same offense, and we didn't win a lot. That's why you got to go to pistol in college. I love pistol. I love the pistol. If we could implement the pistol into the NFL, I would say the pistol would work with Drake and Josh instead of the wing team. I appreciate the content so much, my guy. Thank you, Khalil King. Really do appreciate that, my guy. If we play serious football and we can win easily, go 14-3 if we win the AFC West. I mean, it starts with coaching. It starts with coaching. I'm 52 and we ran the ring T the first 2 years of my Pop Warner. So yeah, it is old school. It is old school. It can still be ran till today, but it can't be ran in the pros. We already knocked off the Chiefs once already. Next season, we can knock them off twice if we were serious. Players was out of place in that second game. He was let me see. Gruden is going to be our coach. Let's stop hating on the coach. He's 100 million guaranteed. Gruden ain't going nowhere. He's not even worth $100 million. So what are you talking about, David? Gruden's not even worth $100 million. He's not $100 million coach. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? Gruden's not even worth $60 million, bro. He's not. He has not proven nothing in this league since he came back to be worth $100 million. Stop that. Out of all 16 games, the AFC, where do you rank the Raiders? That's a good question, Chuck Thomas. I don't know yet. I will have to see after we do in the draft. Once the draft is done, then I can make that ranking. But I'm gonna wait till the draft is over to make that ranking. Just cut it with a wing tee will not work in the NFL. It wouldn't. 1 through 16 rank Raiders rank in the AFC. I don't know about that. I don't know. 14-3 does sounds weird. We have a 17 game schedule, so it's now 18 weeks. Yup. $100 million. He's not worth that at all. They was bugging for that, right? They're bugging for that. He's not worth $100 million. 5 wide receiver tackle eligible. I don't mind the 5 wide receiver tackle eligible. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that at all. 10th currently out of the 16th rank. I don't mind being number 10. I do not mind being number 10. Mariota and Drake could line up in some RPO stuff, especially in short yardage and red zone. Only if John Gruden decides to, to say what he want to say. You know what I'm saying? So, what do you think about the single wing run and shoot air raid offense? I like the single wing, but the single wing has got to work in the goal line situation. You can't. That's the only way it will work. Triple option. We don't have we could use that triple option. We could work with, triple option. We could work with John Gruden. But we got to have a mobile quarterback. I mean, Mariota's the only one that probably can run the triple option. But triple option is something that it could be worked on. Drafted tackle to be solidified on our old line for years to come. Okay, y'all. So it's about to be 4:15. And if you have not been in the Discord, I put the number in the Discord for y'all to call. Just give me 1 second here while I find this Discord app on my phone. I don't know where I put it at. Okay, cool. So if you don't have the number to our Discord, I'm gonna put the Discord link in the chat. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the Discord link in the chat. So you have to add us on Discord if you want the number. If you want the number, I'm even pin it as I'm gonna even pin the message. So if you want to give us a call, the number is in the chat. So let me turn the Bluetooth on and turn it up a little bit. I have a different number for y'all for this. So just let me get to it real quickly because I am going to open up the lines. I will not be posting the number on here. I don't think Dave Pardo is going to be in there. So that's the link to join our Discord. And that would be the number would be in the chat of the Discord. So let me just give me 1 second. Let me try to call this number and see if it works first. I didn't get a chance to do it before the live stream because I was doing other stuff too. So all right, let me call this number real quick and see if it works. Darian. I don't see nobody. I see it calling, but I don't know if I could answer it. Yeah, for some reason I don't see it, and I don't know why. Give me one. Hello? Who's this? Up, so it's the wrong number. Up, it's the wrong number, ladies and gentlemen. I called the wrong number. Oops. Sorry about that. So we got to find a different number, ladies and gentlemen. We have to find a different number. So give me a second here. Just give me 1 second. We got to find a different number. So I am going to take a brief break while we get a new number. It's the Spotlight Raiders Talk, and I'm going to see y'all in like 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see y'all in like 5 minutes. I will be back. All right, your boy is back, ladies and gentlemen. Your boy is back. So who do you think we get for safety? My gut is telling me we're going to be Holland. I don't think it's going to be Holland. I don't think it's going to be Holland. So I'm waiting for this app to download now so I could get y'all the number and put it in the Discord. So if you have not went into the Discord and see it, hopefully y'all can find it, man. Hopefully that y'all can find it. So just give me 1 second here. I'm going to get it all set up for y'all. I do apologize for the delay, but I do want y'all to come up and, say what y'all got to say. I think it's good to take a QB in a draft. Target Jamie Newman in round 5 if he falls that far. Not before Mod or Mills will be both in the round. That's a good one. Excuse me. All right, so we got okay. So let me try this number here. Let me see if this number works. Just give me a second. I'm trying to see the number. Where's the number at? I just had it. Don't mind me, y'all. I'm just trying to fix this. I'm trying to fix this up as much as possible so we can get y'all to call in. Oh, I gotta verify it on my email. Okay, cool. So I gotta do all this dumb stuff. I know I should have did this earlier. I don't know, where is it? Oh, that's why I can't see it. Okay, I'm having issues, ladies and gentlemen. So if y'all have any questions on here before we start the call-in show, please put your questions in the chat. We really would appreciate it. We really would appreciate it if you can. I don't know why this verification is acting dumb. I don't know why this thing is acting so dumb right now. I don't understand it. I apologize for everything, y'all. I apologize. I don't see recent email. I'm having issues right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm having issues right now. And I do apologize, everybody. I do apologize. I really do. I don't know what the issue is. I might have to have y'all come up on the show. I don't know why people think Derek Carr is not mobile. Go look at his highlights. That guy can move. He can move. Don't get me wrong. He can move. I think he's really good. Don't get me wrong. All right, so let's try this number. Let me try to call it. So hello? Okay, so we got the number. Okay, so we got the number, y'all. We got the number. So I'm gonna put it in the Discord, ladies and gentlemen. Put it in the Discord. If you're not a part of the Discord, you cannot make a call. I don't know why I keep doing all this dumb stuff. I don't know why it's doing that. So let me put it in there. So it's so I just put it in the Discord, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so there go the number. I did put it in the Discord. We still having a decent show. Keep cooking, man. I do appreciate that, bro. I do appreciate that. I should have had this prepared before the show went on. So just give me 1 second while I turn the Bluetooth on. And I'm about to open up the lines for y'all, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? Don't call just yet, y'all. Don't call just yet. Don't call just yet. Do not call yet. I see somebody calling already. Do not call just yet. Just give me a second. All right, so we are officially connected. If I hear any weirdos, it's an automatic block, and it's an automatic block. So we're gonna open up the lines for y'all, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to open up the lines for y'all, so we're gonna get this thing rolling. It is turned up, so if you are ready to call, if you are in the chat and you are in the Discord chat, make sure you call up right now. Make sure you call up right now. The phone lines are open, and I'm not telling the number. All right, so we have a caller. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian. Who is this and where you calling from? Hello?
Shut the fuck up, nigger. You at the fucking tip, motherfucker.
Here we go.
Shut
Here we go. So here we go. We see, this is why I didn't want to do the call-in show. This is why I did not want to do it. Here we go again. So he must be in the Discord. He must be in the Discord, whoever this troll is. Listen, I'm trying to do this, man. I'm trying to do this, and I'm trying to be respectable as I can be. But one thing I'm not going to do is do this. I'm not going to do this. I'm trying to do this as much as possible, and he's going to keep calling. He's going to keep calling. So I try to do this call-in show. I'm not doing it anymore. I can't do it. I'm just going to put the StreamYard link in the chat. It's just, I just want to do something different, man. I just want to do something different. I don't know who this is, so here we go. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian. Who is this and where you calling from?
Yo, what up? This is Raider, Pastor Raider out of Oklahoma City, but by way of Stockton, California. How are you, brother? I saw that you got a bad call, so I was like, man, I got a call, dude. So this dude don't think that all these lames are gonna take over the show.
Right. I really do appreciate that, brother. I really do, man. It's just ridiculous that it has to happen, man. So I just don't understand. I just don't understand.
Anybody that calls in, that all they really want is the ability to talk about their team. Anybody that, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but this is the Spotlight Raider Talk. We're here to talk Raiders. Like, what else are you calling in for? Don't call in for nothing else. That's what we're here to talk about, right? We're all here to talk about the same thing. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, I just wanted to say this. I truly appreciate all of the Raider YouTubers out there, man. I grew up in California where, I could talk shop daily because I had Raider fans all around me. But living where I live now, I live in Oklahoma now, and I've been in Atlanta for 8 years, and I've been here for about the same amount of time. I don't have people to talk shop with, man. There's a lot of Cowboy fans out here. There's a lot of Chiefs fans out here. And so it's really difficult to be able to have the conversations you want to have about because the fandom is just not here. Now there's some good communities, like the Raiders have a local community here that does charities and a bunch of cool stuff in Oklahoma of all places. But I just wanted to throw out there that I'm like super appreciative of all of the Raider channels out there that put out content that offer these opportunities to hop in chat and get to know people and talk and so on and so forth, man. It really means a lot to me as a fan because it gives me the ability to have the conversations I'm not able to have throughout the year. You know what I mean? So big ups to you, brother. Big ups to all the other channels out there too. I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you so much for coming in. You want to talk Raiders with us, man. I'm just trying to give the fans a voice as much as I can. So I'm just trying to give them a voice and and have them speak their mind about the team. So that's what we're here for, is to speak their mind about the team. So I do appreciate
if I could, let me just throw something out there real quick too. I think. And maybe this is something we can talk about after I get off the call, and I'll make it quick, I promise.
Right.
I wonder, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately, man, how much more are we going to offer excuses for people? Cleveland Farrell. I could throw out a list of names, like Mo Hurst. All of these guys were like, okay, this is his year. This is his year. Arden Key being the biggest example. This is his year. This is his year. This is his year. This is his year. I'm really tired of making excuses anymore for mediocrity. You know what I mean? The difference in these last couple of years compared to our last year that we had that was successful with 2016 is that we have been expecting us to be better over the last two seasons. 7-9, 8-8. These last two seasons, we expected 10-6, 11-5, so on and so forth. And we keep falling under the radar. We keep falling apart. There was no fixes made to the defense, even though when that was the obvious problem coming out of the year that we went 7-9. The difference between 2016 is who expected 2016? Nobody did. We didn't expect the Raiders to do what they did that year. Right. I was blessed by it. I was blessed that my kids got to see it. When are we going to stop giving so many excuses to this team? That doesn't mean I want to implode the lineup. I think that is kind of, because then you got to go back over and start over again. I don't want to implode the lineup, but at the same time, I'm tired of offering excuses because somebody might be a Gruden guy or this guy or that guy. I really don't care anymore. Everybody's expendable. Derek Carr, I love you. I appreciate you. You're expendable. If it's your time to go, it's your time to go. Josh, whomever. All of them need to be expendable because in the end, the Raider Nation deserves to see an winning team. And if you grew up in the early 2000s and you remember those teams that were really good, trust me, bro, when the Raiders are good, the NFL is popping. not just because I'm a Raiders fan.
You have a point there. Now for Arden Key, yes, there's no excuses for him, but for Cleveland Farrell, I mean, I kind of agree with you there, but you did see the progression from year after year. You've seen the progression with him.
He's a bad example.
That's what I'm saying. Cleveland Farrell was a bad example. Now with Arden Key, we have not seen no progression since we drafted him. We've seen none.
Mo Hurst too.
Well, Mo
Hurst too. And I don't know. And that's the thing with Mo Hurst. That's the thing with Mo Hurst is like, yeah, is he getting enough? Is he getting enough burn? But the problem is we just brought in. We brought in. Okay, but we bring in 7 defensive tackles or however many it was. We have so many defensive tackles in this lineup. Is he going to get a chance to get his shine? Is he going to get into a position where he can have 10, 15, 20 snaps a game? Sure, by all means, let's give him this year. I'm not going to drop. I'm not saying drop the hammer, especially since he's still under contract. I think this is his contract year. But at some point in time, a lot of these guys need to make that step forward, and it needs to be the step forward that gives us enough of an ability to be competitive. Jonathan Abram, I think he was out of place. There's a lot of different guys that we can put in as really the biggest example. We've been paying this guy $1 and $2, $3 million a year for how long? I'm over it, bro. I'm over it.
But we brought in all these. We brought in all these defensive linemen, and I 100% agree with you. But all these defensive linemen is not going to make the team. So this is putting a fire under Mo Hurst's ass. Like, listen, if you're not going to play up to your potential, you're going to lose your spot. You might end up going down to the practice squad. So that's why they brought in all these defensive tackles to push the Jonathan Hankins of the world, to push the Mo Hurst and all these defensive tackles. It's fire under y'all ass. Period.
Right.
The thing about but before we even got before we even got these defensive tackles this past year, you got to look at it. Who was better than Mo Hurst at defensive tackle last year, and he still didn't get any burn? So it really has to come down to coaching on why Mo Hurst didn't play.
Exactly, and that I think a lot of what I'm saying too is going back to both sides of the ball. Like Gruden is eventually, if you're going to have as much control as you have over the staff that you see, because let's be honest. I don't think Paul Gunther has had enough. I don't think he was a good coach, but I'm pretty sure that even Gruden made the decisions on what defensive guys they brought in.
Exactly.
He had too much say. Right now we have Gus Bradley. Gus Bradley should have 150% of the decision, but should respect Gruden enough to hear his opinion. I'm not saying don't get somebody's opinion, but I'm saying that the staff in general needs to let people shine where they need to shine.
I agree.
Mike Mayock needs to be allowed to be the draft genius that he is. I don't give two farts about who Gruden loves. Mike Mayock is a genius when it comes to the draft. His draft before he came to the Raiders, what was it called? Like a draft.
He was like a draft analyst.
Whatever.
He was like a draft analyst.
And he had like the Bible of draft analysts. Everybody went to him. He was one of the top guys, if not the top guy, when it came to opinions about the draft. Right. Why do I feel like we go out and get guys like Henry Ruggs because all of a sudden Gruden got Al Davis goggles and goes, man, he's the fastest guy. When in reality, we know that we should have went and got CeeDee Lamb. We know that he's a better receiver, but we don't go out and get him. I am tired of seeing people not be able to shine where they're best fit. Jonathan Abram should never be farther than 10 yards off the ball. He needs to be up in the box and he needs to wreak havoc because that's where he did it in college. Not saying he can't grow at another position, but why is he off the ball? I want to see those things change this year, and if they don't change, it's time for a change somewhere, if not everywhere. That's where I'm at. But
I completely agree. Mr. Nick said in the chat, people assume Gruden has all this power. He really doesn't. At the end of the day, players play the game. But you have to coach the players to play the game. You have to coach them.
Exactly.
You have to coach them. If you're not coaching them, coaching them the proper way, then you don't see them succeed on the field.
and then also to your point, so for instance, when the guy that came in from the Rams, free safety, brain fart, bro. I did a lot of drugs as a kid. We just let him go. I'm going Brandon. Well, Joyner. So we bring Joyner in, and we know he's already great at doing things a certain way, and we change his position. Who made that decision? Was that LaMarcus Joyner or was it coaches? Because I'll tell you right now, players, because they're ballers and because they're competitive, I'm going to say, put me where you want. Garrett Carr right now, if they said, hey, Carr, we're going to take you out of the quarterback position. We think we want you to play, I don't know, a linebacker, not a linebacker. He would probably be like, all right, coach, put me in. I'm ready to play. And he's going to go out there and get slapped. Coaches need to be they are the catalyst for putting players in a position to be successful. Mm-hmm. Very few players in the NFL will shine wherever you put them. Most players are experts at their area, and you need to put them in their area to see them be successful so that the team can be successful. So I agree with what he's saying. No hate on what he's saying, but I disagree to the same point because coaches are the ones that put them in the position to be successful in the first place.
Yeah, it's a collective effort. It comes down.
That's what it is.
As your head coach, you got to have a staff in place that's willing to coach up players. Mind you, we draft players every year. The league is getting younger year after year after year. No matter if they make it to the pros or not, they still have to be coached up.
Yep.
Period.
Yeah, exactly. Period. That's the story. That's it. Hey, man, I really appreciate it. I won't take up all your time. Hey, bless you guys. Raider Nation, love y'all. God bless y'all. Everybody stay up.
All right. Thank you for calling in, man. We really do appreciate it.
Yep. Yeah, most definitely, brother. Peace.
All right. All right. So we did have a missed call. I don't know what this is, but let me see. You're calling us. You're calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian. Who is this and where you calling from?
Shut the fuck.
Now, see, good going. Goodbye. I ain't even get you a chance to speak, brother. I ain't even give you a chance to speak. What? I ain't even give you a chance to speak because I already know who you are. Clown. I'm not giving you a chance to speak. So if you want to call up, keep calling up because you're going to keep getting denied. He must be in my Discord. And we need to figure out who the heck he is. Because I don't understand why you taking time out your day to try to mess up the call-in show. I don't understand it. And your number going to keep popping up, and I'm about to block it when I get a chance to block it. So it doesn't even matter. The number pops up. It doesn't even come up unrestricted. It comes up. I could block it. Yeah, he's a lame.
I need my money. Domino.
He's a lame. It's coming up as unknown number, and I could block the unknown number. Goodbye. You're blocked. Keep calling. I could block the number. Keep calling because I could block it. He's ruining it for everyone. Yeah. So try to call. Anybody else is trying to call, please call in. Because every number he's calling, I'm going to block. It doesn't matter. Post his number, please. The number is coming up like really fake. It's like 299-999-9999. It's a fake number. It's a fake number, ladies and gentlemen. It's a fake number. So I got an app where I can block the number as much as I can. So it doesn't really matter. So if you are in the chat, and I'm a whoever's was 714-232. Let me see if this him. He's calling from a different number. Let's see if this is the same person. Okay, so he didn't say nothing. They didn't say nothing. So this number will be blocked too. So, I mean, whoever called from the 714-232, you could call back in. If you call it from the 714-232, I don't know what this number is calling on my regular stuff. So I don't know. So if we don't make the playoff this season, Gruden would be on the hot seat. Absolutely. He will definitely be on the hot seat. Definitely. So if anybody's calling, anybody want to call in, let me know. Just add yourself to the Discord. I'll put the first number in there. The first number do start with 267-957. 267-957-1431. That is the number, y'all. 267-957-1431. Let's see what happens there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens there. Make sure y'all come on in and call up. Call up. We waiting for the calls. We're waiting for the calls. We could be here all day waiting for it. But shout out to the people that is trying to call in. Shout out to the people that is trying to call in, because I do this for y'all. And I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to be anything of that nature. I just know at the end of the day that I'm going to be working hard to make sure I give y'all the. Well, we'll see. We'll see when they call. But if y'all want to call, 267-957-1431. I'm not changing the number or anything. I got an app where it can block every number if that's person. So I'm good. Do you see us trading up in the draft? Silver Raider says no. All right. So 917-202. If you want to call back, bro. Let me see. 917-202. Let's see. I don't know if you meant to call. But it's 267-957-1431. That's the number. So make sure if y'all want to call up and ask me some questions, call up and ask me anything y'all want to ask me. Or if y'all want to come up on the StreamYard, y'all let me know if y'all want to come up on the StreamYard. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian. Who is this and where you calling from? Hello? Hello? We can't hear you, my guy. 917-202. Where you calling from, bruh? All right, you're not going to say nothing cool. Fine by me. People are just trolling today, straight tripping. Yeah, they just straight tripping, man. They just straight tripping. I'm not worried about it. All right, let's try this again. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian. Who is this and where you calling from? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Can y'all hear him, guys? Can y'all hear him? All right, so we're not going to do that. So it's like this number is going to have to be blocked too, because now he's not saying nothing. I don't know who that is trying to say anything, but it's not saying nothing at all. If y'all want to call in, listen, 267-957-1431. That's the number. That is the number, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try this again. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian. Who is this and where you calling from? Hello. Can y'all hear this guy, y'all? Can y'all hear him? Okay, so I'm not doing this today. I am not doing this today. So, thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian. Who is this and where you calling from? Is it me? I can't hear nothing.
You there?
Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian. Who is this and where you calling from?
What's up, man? This is Bob from Orange County. How's it going?
What's going on, my guy? What's up with you? How are you today?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
That's
man,
good.
Listen. After that dude called your show, the one that keeps trolling you, man, dude, don't let him ruin your show. Don't let him ruin don't let him ruin what you do. You know, there's a bunch of us that listen, like to hear what you have to say. And you know what? You have some unique content. So don't let that troll take that away from everybody else, man. You do what you do, and just do like you keep doing and hanging up on him.
Right. But I mean, but it's cool though. It's cool. I'm not really stressing it. I'm just making sure the people that do want to talk Raiders get in. Everybody that's in the chat, make sure y'all can hear the caller. Make sure if y'all can put a thumbs up, let me know if y'all can hear the caller, because I know I've been having problems with these call-in shows, but it's all good, man. You know, sometimes Kenny Raiders, you're going to get a chance to call, bro. I don't know what's your area code, Kenny Raiders. I'm not too sure. But yeah, man, I'm just doing these shows just to, try to have y'all voice and voice y'all opinion on these type of shows. A lot of Raider content creators are not really doing a call-in show like I am, and I'm not trying to.
They don't do it at all.
Right. I'm not trying to be in competition with everybody, because I rock with everybody that do this, but I'm just trying to be different. Every time I'm trying to be different. As much as
you know how hard it is. You know how hard it is, though, man, to keep trying to type in those comments, man. You know, when you're trying to defend somebody, it's good that you allow us to call in. So that's, keep doing you, man. Don't worry about that other guy. But I'm really sick and tired. I'm really sick and tired of people saying make a change at quarterback. It's like they haven't been watching the games since Derek Carr came into this league.
Right.
He's been the one bright spot. He's been the one. I mean, with the exception of Khalil Mack, but he's not here. But he's been the one bright spot. He's been the anchor of the team. He's the one that since he's come into the league, he's provided hope that the Raiders can make a push. And I don't know what these people expect. Do they want like Matt Schaub or Matt Flynn to one of those people to be the quarterback again? I mean, there's really no one around. I mean, you want to sign like Andy Dalton or whatever, and people got all excited when Marcus Mariota came in last season. He did okay. He wasn't spectacular. He actually, in my opinion, he lost that game because he threw that pick in the red zone. He threw the ball behind, and we could have won that game. And who knows? The season might have wound up differently. But Derek Carr is. I'm just happy that he's got loyalty, because he didn't have to sign an extension, when he did the first time, and he could have been off in with another team. But he's a great quarterback, and for those people, and for the people that say he's not mobile, he can't move. Yeah, Darian, maybe I think you even said that, but go check out his highlights. People got highlights from each season, and then they have the highlights from his entire career. But that guy's got legs. He wants to throw, though. He can move, he can run, he can do all that stuff. And I guarantee you, if he were to go to another team and stack up some wins and maybe even a couple of championships, people might think differently then.
Now, the thing about my thing is this, though, because somebody mentioned the triple option. Now, I know that Derek Carr is mobile, but I don't think he's mobile enough to do a triple option. You get what I'm saying? He's mobile to step up in the pocket. I don't know, because mind you, he's not a triple option. Is a lot of, as a football coach, I wouldn't put Derek Carr in a triple option. I wouldn't do it, because he doesn't. I think he's mobile as a pocket passer, mobile stepping up in the pocket. But when it comes to like zone read and triple option, I don't think his athleticism is made for the triple option. You get what I'm saying? Like, say
that's why I think that maybe, Darian, if you go back and just check out some, and I know you've probably done it. You got a bunch of content you got to provide, but go back and check out some random highlight film. I was just watching some yesterday, and the guy is crazy. Getting out of some really bad spots, making some tremendous runs. The guy leaping over, getting us that first down against the Saints a couple years ago. So he fumbled out of the end zone twice. That's where people give him, a hard time. But he actually made the run. Had he not fumbled those two times, people would have been, all up in arms. Like, wow, amazing. He needs to do more of this, and he's done it. But his ability to pass and make good throws and be accurate, people get lost in that, and they don't see what he's actually done. So I guarantee, if you go back and you look at some of his highlight reels, you'll see those legs, man.
Right. Which I don't disagree with you. I just feel like he's not. Derek Carr is not limited. It's just that when you have a triple option, you need a run first quarterback. Carr is not a run first quarterback. That's what I'm saying to you. He's not like when RG3 played at Baylor. You get what I'm saying? A triple option is more of you have to have a run first quarterback. We all know Derek Carr has the arm, but he's just not a run first quarterback. He runs when he needs to. That's what makes him a mobile quarterback. But at the same time, when it comes to a triple option, I can't see Carr running that right now. I just can't because
I think that would be.
And the only reason why I say that is because of his injury history. Now, if he wasn't,
but see, you got to look at his injury history. Okay, yeah, he's got injured. There's only been the 2 injuries that kept him out. The one, of course, where he broke his fibia, but the other one where he broke the bones in his back. He still came back. He gets injured. He's had some injuries, but you know what? He's actually played through those. And do I want him to get injured? No. But I don't think what you just said, I don't think that would stop him. And the fact that he's not a run-first quarterback makes that the perfect situation because people aren't expecting that triple option with him,
Which I completely understand, but like you need Derek Carr's athletic. Don't get me wrong, but Derek Carr is a gunslinger. He's a passer first. If you're going to run a triple option, you need a runner first. And Derek Carr didn't even run a triple option in college. So you putting him in a uncomfortable situation for him to run an offense that really doesn't fit his suitability. His suitability is to be a gunslinger and throw the ball first, then run second. So now you want to flip the you can't really flip the script and make him a runner first and a passer second because it's going to make Derek Carr uncomfortable. That's why you have to put Carr in a comfortable situation.
I completely understand with you. I completely agree with you. But coaching football, if you open up to some options and run some plays that you generally wouldn't with a certain type of player, that just brings the element of surprise. And I really get annoyed when people put him in a category with like a Carson Palmer or an Andy Dalton or even I kind of like Kirk Cousins, but he's better than Kirk Cousins. He's not, and you'll hear on the radio from certain, radio personalities, they'll make categories. You have your A's and B's and C's, and they'll put him in like the B category or second tier, and he's not. He's much more than that. And a lot of our fans need to realize and actually be grateful that we have someone like him,
right,
that has the abilities that he does.
Exactly. I can 100% agree there. It's just going to be, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just getting I don't know who this guy is that keep hitting me up on Instagram. I don't know who you are, but you keep spamming. And I think this is the guy. I'm just going to have to block this guy too on Instagram. So I don't know who he is.
Just block that guy. Just block those people.
Just gonna don't let him ruin
the show, man.
They hitting me up on Instagram too, so I don't know who these guys are. So I'm gonna have to block you. Sorry, but I'm not going to be spamming me on Instagram either. I'm just not doing it. Now y'all following me to Instagram. It's crazy. So I'm definitely not doing it here. But at the end of the day,
always nice to talk to you. I'm going to listen to you. On YouTube now. Got to get back to work, but man, I can't wait to talk to you again. And don't change what you're doing for nobody, man.
Okay, no problem. Got you, man. Appreciate it. All right, so the people that are blocked, I forgot their names. I blocked them so quickly. So that's just what it is. Their name were Young Boy 2244. Don't know who that is, but here we go. We got another caller. All right, give me 1 second here. Thank you for calling the Spotlight. Okay. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian. Who is this and where you calling from?
Oh man, this is Zan, man. I'm calling out of Cali, man.
What's going on, my guy? What's up with you? How you doing today?
What's up with you, man? Hey man, I just wanted to call up and talk some good Raider talk, man.
All right, talk to me. What's up, man? What you got on your mind?
Man. Hey, first of all, man, I think as a nation, when it comes to Derek Carr, man, we all a little too soft. And Derek Carr is a good quarterback, but I was watching Graphk Raider and Andy and them, I was checking them out, and you know they talking about they wanted to extend Carr. I think extending Carr right now, I think that's a move that you'll be rushing into. I don't think that right now he's earned an extension to play for another 5 years. If you get me, I mean, how do you feel on that situation?
I think it's time right now, since he's been in the league for 7 years and he's almost the all-time leading passer in Raiders history. Why not extend him? I understand that he doesn't have any. You got to look at the 7 years that he played. What weapons did he really have in the 7 years that he played with the Raiders? What top 10?
I mean,
what
let's
top 15?
Let's not.
What top 15 defense that he had in the 7 years that he played? You got to think about it. That 1 year that he had in 2016, he had the best offensive coordinator that he had in his whole career in Bill Musgrave. He haven't had a solid offensive coordinator even before then, even after then. But you still, even through the adversity of Derek Carr, he still put up 4,000 passing yards. He still was top 5 in completion percentage. He did have a better touchdown interception ratio than almost anybody in the NFL. The numbers don't lie to give him an extension. Yes, he has not took us to the playoffs, but yes, he has not took us to the playoffs. Yes, he haven't had
right there. He hasn't taken us to the playoffs one time.
But you got to think about it too, though. A quarterback just can't take you to the playoffs. You got to have a defense. You got to have all three phases of a football team. Why do you think Aaron Rodgers has not been successful in the playoffs? Aaron Rodgers go to the playoffs, but he has not won in the playoffs in a long time because he doesn't have the proper weapons. He's only got one weapon in Devontae Adams. His defense, terrible. You got to think of it. I
agree with everything you're saying. But Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than Derek Carr. I would trade.
You know why? Why?
For Aaron Rodgers in a heartbeat.
You want to know why? If you bring Aaron Rodgers to a John Gruden
he
offense,
has more heart.
Look, man. Listen to me. Hear me out.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Now, Aaron Rodgers would have came under a John Gruden offense. He would just be as mediocre as y'all saying Derek Carr is. You know why? Because the play calling stinks.
I don't think so.
The play calling stinks for John Gruden. The first and second down is very predictable. If I was a defensive coordinator right now, I know what John Gruden runs on first and second down.
I'm glad you just said that. Now let me say something. You talked about predictability, right? Let me tell you why it gets like that. Have you noticed, right? The last 2 seasons, we get off to a good start. The last 2 seasons in a row with Derek Carr, we get off to a good start. But then defenses start to figure him out, and once that happens, he rattles every time.
Why? You know why though?
But let me just finish this. And then, but with a good quarterback, a good quarterback is gonna. Let me tell you, Derek Carr. I feel like Derek Carr, as far as passing, as far as being a passing quarterback, Derek Carr is a top 5 passing quarterback. But his pocket presence is horrible, in my opinion. His pocket presence is horrible.
And how does that start?
He gets nervous.
Where does that start from?
He gets nervous in the middle and in the end of games. Like in a close game, sometimes I look at Derek Carr and he looks nervous.
You think Aaron Rodgers don't? You think Aaron Rodgers don't? And I'm gonna tell you why. This is why you was this. If Derek Carr was in the NFC Championship game, right? And you on third down, and you at 3rd and goal, right? If you're at 3rd and goal, and they say Aaron Rodgers had the best pocket presence, right? But he didn't step up.
I didn't say he has the best. But his is better than Derek Carr. His is better than Derek Carr.
But my thing is, you said that he had heart. Why he didn't run for it when he had all that green to win the NFC Championship? Why he didn't do that?
I'm glad you said that. How many times? Hey, because I know you're a real Raider fan. I know you're a true Raider fan. How many times have we watched Derek Carr not scramble when he's and hold on to the ball longer than he's supposed to?
Derek Carr scrambles when he needs to. That. He scrambles when he needs to.
I mean, I'll be honest. Last year, look. Last year he did it a little more than he has in the past. Last year he did it a little more, but he still got to be more aggressive, man. And that's just like, I like Derek Carr, man. But if you ask me, if one of those, I'm not moving up in the draft. Look, I'm not moving up in the draft to take one of these young quarterbacks. But if one of them fall at 17, I'll take them in a heartbeat.
Absolutely not.
And then I trade Carr.
Absolutely not. It's not because a quarterback is not a need. A quarterback is not a need. It's not.
Now let me. And then there's one more thing.
If you can't protect the quarterback, which we don't have a right tackle right now. Why would you take a quarterback at 17 when we don't have a right tackle? It doesn't make sense.
Deep in his draft. We could get a tackle in his draft. We're going to be able to get a tackle in his draft. We don't have to address. We don't have to address tackle to third or fourth round.
So even third or fourth round. We don't have to address right now, bro. The need is a right tackle and a safety. If we don't get one of those, that is everything else is not a need.
Okay. Now, let's talk about that. Okay. Now, as far as the draft goes, right? I think to make our team better, honestly, to make our team better, we need to add playmakers, right? And I know how important the tackle position is, right? But with the type of offense Chucky runs, Derek Carr is not holding on to the ball that long. So I mean, it's not like it's a super. You know, I mean, we don't have a good right tackle. You know, I think the only reason I would draft the tackle high is because I kind of don't trust Brandon Parker. You know, I don't trust Brandon Parker and who would start over Brandon Parker right now? What's the guard? And he played guard too. What's his name?
Who? Colton Miller?
No, not Colton Miller. Not Colton. He the left tackle. He played guard and he played tackle. We just re-signed him.
What? Denzel
not
Good.
Incognito.
Denzel Good.
Yeah, good. I think Good was kind of solid at right tackle. I mean, to be honest, but now the right tackle, this tackle was so deep in his draft that you could take one in the third round. We got back-to-back third-round picks.
I disagree with that, man. Right now, to get a tackle in the first round or get a safety is what we need right now. Right now, quarterback is not really what we need. If we're going to get a quarterback, we got to get a quarterback in at least the 5th or 6th round. For the future,
I'm saying
for
quarterback only if
but,
one of those guys like Fields or Lance, or because I only got Fields or Lance dropping. Only if one of those guys drops to us. That's the only way I take a quarterback. And then you still, and if you trade Carr is worth one first rounder, or maybe you can get a. To be honest, if I already, you know, I think Carr's worth a first and a second. Or if I can't get, I'll take a late first. Right now. I'll take a late first for him at that point.
Okay, so if y'all hear this on record, right? If we do trade Derek Carr, if Derek Carr wins a Super Bowl with another team before the Raiders, who's the problem? Who's the problem?
To be honest, I think Derek Carr could win the Super Bowl like in a.
He could win the Super Bowl. He could win the Super Bowl
with New England. I could say a team like New England, right?
You know why?
Everything's set up right. Everything is.
You got a great.
Everything is set up right. The coaching.
The greatest coach.
No. You go.
He has one of the greatest coaches in football, but everybody want to make John Gruden the greatest coach ever in Raiders history. Y'all can say whatever y'all want, but at the end of the day, Derek Carr is our quarterback, and we're not getting rid of him. We're not. So y'all going to have to deal with it.
I'm just saying. Yeah. No, like I said, I like Derek Carr, but to me, I'm just saying I'm not saying like get rid of him. I'm just saying, do I extend him? Do I rush and extend him? I'm not doing that.
I don't think we're rushing to extend him.
Do you remember? Look. Do you remember last year when Derek Carr got hurt, Mariota came in, right?
Oh my God!
I'm talking about the first time he came in. Okay, I know you probably. Hey, I know you do Raiders talk a lot, so I know you heard this probably 1,000 times.
And I'm gonna break it down on why.
Look. And I want to say this right now. In no way do I think Mariota is better than Carr. Not at all. But the way that he ran that offense, you could tell he's not nervous. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you one thing. You want me to tell you something? Look, hey, let me tell you something. Do you know that have you noticed this? Derek Carr has trouble playing in the I formation. And Chucky likes the I formation because it's unpredictable. You don't know if we're going to run or pass out of that.
I formation is the most predictable offense in football. Like, seriously.
No, but okay, let's just say I don't even mean to say I formation. Derek Carr struggles under center. He struggles playing under center.
What quarterback really plays under center in the NFL right now? It's not many quarterbacks that play under center.
Man. Did you not watch the young dude out of Buffalo, man? What's his name? Josh Allen?
Josh Allen plays his offense out of the shotgun. He does not play under center. The only way he goes under center if he's giving it to Singletary.
Did you see when they played us? He was under center a lot when they played us.
Because they ran the football.
Still, let me tell you, Carr has trouble handing the ball off. If you notice, the last two, listen. Let me say this: the last two seasons, I've seen about 4 fumbles off the handoff with Carr. I'm talking about with him handing the ball off to Josh Jacobs. I've seen about 4 fumbles where it was Derek Carr's fault. And I know you watch a lot of football games because I watch your show a lot. I'm up on you, so I know you've seen this too. It's a lot of other things as far as with the quarterback situation. Derek Carr struggles in it, and I'm tired of just looking past it. That's why I called in. I want to speak on it today, man.
This is my thing, right? Now, let me get to your Marcus Mariota scenario. Marcus Mariota, only reason why he was successful like that, because the Chargers defense was not prepared to play against Marcus Mariota. That's number one. Number two, why do you think he's not in Tennessee anymore? Why do you think that he's
because he can't pass. He can't pass.
I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk. I'm gonna let you finish. He cannot pass. But then you notice when the game was on the line, he threw a pick against that Chargers game, right? Carr wouldn't have threw that pick. Carr wouldn't have threw that pick.
You're right.
But that's my thing. Right. That's my thing with Marcus Mariota. He's only going to be a backup in this league.
It's a couple of scrambles in that game. Mariota looked good in. Hey, Mariota scrambled a couple times, and I said, hey, Carr would never do that.
Just imagine this, though.
And then that pass to Waller in the end zone, the pass to Waller in the end zone.
Let me talk, sir.
Okay, let's go.
When it comes to Mariota, right? When it comes to Mariota, if you prepare for Mariota, he's going to shit the bed. When you prepare for him.
You're right.
This is why he didn't start the following week, because he was going to shit the bed.
You're right.
He can't pass
I'm not
the ball.
saying that I would start Mariota over Carr. No, hell no. But what I'm saying is Mariota is better. I'm not talking about when I'm saying this, I'm not talking about arm talent right now. Let's leave arm talent out of this, right? Because arm talent, like I said, Derek Carr is top 5.
That's the only way you're going to succeed in here is throwing the football. If you can't throw the football in this league, you're not going to succeed.
You're right. But remember what you said earlier, right? How about how Chucky gets predictable, right? Derek Carr, when in football, you know what you got to be able to do? Sometimes you got to be able, something's not there, you got to be able to create plays. Derek Carr is not a play creator. Do you agree with that?
He's not a play creator. Are you kidding me right now? Did you see how many times, mind you, this offense with Derek Carr is top 10? Number one. Number two, we average 30 plus points a game with Derek Carr under center. Are you serious?
You're right.
Are you serious?
The
only reason why we have not won.
Let me talk. Let me finish. I'm gonna finish. The only reason
we're having a good combo. The only reason why that Derek Carr don't make it to the playoffs is the defense. Don't blame Derek Carr. Blame the worst defense in the NFL, and that was us. We had the worst freaking defense in the NFL the 7 years that Derek Carr has been here. What are we talking about?
You're right. Now that I agree with. I agree with that. Now and this goes to what I say in the draft. Why we got to draft playmakers instead of getting the right tackle, because now you got to act like we got to deal with Mahomes twice a year, Herbert twice a year now. And let's not act like Herbert is like that kid is special, you know. And then we don't know what Denver's going to do. But shit, Denver beat us once last year, right? I mean, and that's just the division right there. So we got to get better on defense, man. And you need playmakers on that defense.
And this is why
we need to get we don't have no playmakers.
And this is
Name
why
one playmaker we got on defense.
And this is why I disagree with you about getting a quarterback at 17 if those quarterbacks fall. I don't care if Justin Fields. No, let me finish. I don't care if Justin Fields or Trevor Lance or Zach Wilson falls to 17. I still wouldn't pick them because you know why? We need defensive playmakers. And there's so many defensive playmakers in the draft right now, and there's too many good offensive tackles in the draft right now that we could pick at 17. Period. So I don't care. I don't care if all of them fall to 17. I will not pick a quarterback at 17. I don't care if it's Fields, Wilson, or Lance. I will not pick them.
I agree with you. I agree with you with that. In the scenario where I would trade for a quarterback, the only way I would do it is if we could trade Carr for a first round pick. I don't want to use our first round pick on a quarterback. If you get what I mean,
we're not going to trade Carr for a first round pick. We're not going to do it.
Yeah. So I mean, that's not really an issue. I mean, I could deal with Derek Carr for this year. My issue with him is, do we re-sign him for another 5 years? This year, it's like let's wait and see. Let's see if he could. Let's see if he can fix. This is the 4th year in Chucky's system. I like the last 2 years. I like Derek Carr. He's getting better at the stuff that I don't like. As far as playmaking. As far as that's the only thing that I really don't like with Carr. And then at the end of games, you might not admit it. At the end of games, Derek Carr looks nervous, man. In close games, but
what happened in that? What happened on that? How many in his career? Derek Carr has about at least
game winners.
He has a lot of comebacks. He has more comebacks than anybody since he's been drafted. Look at that quarterback class that came in. That quarterback class with Teddy Bridgewater, trash. Blake Bortles, trash.
I like that you said that. I like that you said that. That's how I know you watch a lot of games. Look, when he playing like that, he got that Mamba. He almost got that Kobe Bryant look in his eyes, and sometimes you get that, but sometimes you look at him and he looks lost, man. He looks nervous out there, and that's the thing that I'm like, man. It's like that's why I can't. I'm not in a rush to re-sign them just to create. Because I was watching Graphk and they were like, "Oh, let's create so we could get Sherman." I'm not in a rush to do that move right there. If you get what I'm saying. I
think he deserves an extension. If you look at the last 3 years, with the Raiders have went through with the whole AB situation, with Tyrell Williams not being there and barely having receivers to throw to, and still throw for 4,000 passing yards with a bunch of no Pro Bowl receivers, and Darren Waller is our best tight end and our best pass catcher as of right now. Mind you, Nelson Aguilar was never a Pro Bowl receiver. John Brown was never a Pro Bowl receiver. And Derek Carr still throws for 4,500 yards in the last 3 to 4 years with a bunch of no names. I'm sorry.
Now, 45, 45, he threw for 4,000. He threw for about 4,000, maybe 4,100. Now, I give you that right there, right? And that's what I'm saying. Where the last 2 years, he looks a little better under Chucky. But it's like this is the thing, when things are not going well, you gotta get out there and you gotta play make, man. This is the thing. That's what Aaron Rodgers does. That's what Watson does. That's what Mahomes does, man.
But look at Deshaun. Look at Deshaun Watson though.
Let's look at Brady. Brady's not a mobile quarterback. Brady even does that.
But look at the weapons that Brady got in Tampa Bay. If Derek Carr had those weapons, Derek Carr would be the same way as Tom Brady. Let's be realistic here.
We got weapons.
Our weapons. Their weapons.
Like we don't have Waller. Let's not act like we don't got Waller. Don't get me wrong there.
But Waller is a tight end. We looking at the actual position, at the wide receiver position. Tampa Bay have a better wide receiving core than the Raiders. That's a fact. Mike Evans is a top 10 receiver in this league. We don't have a top 10 receiver.
I'll agree with that. That's what I'm saying.
And that's the problem with Watson. Watson is so good of a quarterback. Don't get me wrong. You can put him in the same category as Derek Carr because he barely gets to the playoffs too. If that's the case.
Yeah, but let me tell you the difference between the two. Last year, if we have Watson instead of Carr, we go to the playoffs. Because at 6-3, when we were sitting at 6-3,
that was our defense
I'm
that
tell
made
you,
us that
we don't lose that Atlanta Falcons game. We don't lose that Atlanta Falcons game with Washington. And it was one more in the Miami game. We don't lose those two games with Washington.
If you look at the Atlanta Falcons game, both sides of the ball played terrible. Both sides, that was a team loss.
Carr was rattled that game.
You
had
cannot just blame Carr. When you playing in a football game, you can't blame the quarterback for all the losses. It's a team effort.
Oh, okay.
It's a team effort.
I want to ask you something. Right? And give me your honest opinion on this. Do you believe when they're out there playing football, do you believe the defense pumps the offense up and the offense pumps the defense up? And it works both ways,
not.
Right?
You know why? Because you know why? The offense did everything for us. We could have won mad games with the offense, but our defense did not help us. Our defense didn't help us for shit. Our defense didn't help us for nothing. It could have been when we went 6-3, that collapse came from our defense. It didn't come from our offense. We were still averaging 30 points a game after the 6-3 record. We still was putting up numbers on the offensive side of the ball. Yeah, we did drop the ball in the Atlanta Falcons game. Yes, we did. I agree to that. But you cannot say that our offense kept us in a lot of games because our defense was fucking up in the last games. Sorry to say. Our defense was fucking up.
You right about that. I will place most of the blame on the defense for sure, 100%. And that goes to my point why I don't think we should draft a tackle early, because we got to focus on it. You got to
look at it. It's a vacancy there at right tackle. If you, like you
I
said
believe
earlier,
that. So
like
we can address it. We can still address it.
But you want to get the best available player at that need. Now, say if Holland is gone at 17, Moorrig is going at 17, Grant is going.
I'm not
17.
drafting Holland at. I'm not drafting Holland at 17.
I'm just saying hypothetically, if these guys were gone at 17, the best player available is at right tackle. If they're gone. A quarterback is not great until you have a great offensive line. Period.
Or if it's not any more playmaking, because it's a few more playmakers that I like on defense where we could let's say if Parsons drop, we got to get Parsons. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, but that's only if he drops. That's only if. But at the end of the day, you gotta protect your quarterback. You have to protect your quarterback, and right now,
most definitely.
And we have so many.
You gotta look at our coaching staff, man. Tom Cable was one of the best coaches, offensive line coaches. Man, look what he did with Colton Miller.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Look what he did with Coach.
Yeah, but look at Brandon Parker. Brandon Parker is trash. Brandon Parker is trash. He's not a starter in this league. He's not.
We gotta, as a Raider fan base, we gotta look at Brandon Parker's situation different than Colton. We can't judge him the same because Colton Miller is a first round pick and he got a lot of time to develop. Brandon Parker didn't get no time to develop. We threw Trent Brown at. We gave Trent Brown.
But we have some NFL ready right tackles in this first round. We do. We have some NFL but that's in the first round. If we pass up on any offensive tackle,
being greedy on offense. That's being greedy on offense. That's what I'm saying.
You have to fail to realize how many we just gave up 60% of our offensive line. Gabe Jackson gone.
I agree. You know why? Because we need to add playmakers on defense.
I don't get your understanding, bro. I don't get your understanding, bro. I don't.
Let me tell you why.
I'm a football coach. If I'm a football coach and I know that I have my quarterback my quarterback is going to be here, I'm going to protect my quarterback. And then it's going to be, you might as well say, listen, it's more defensive players deeper than this draft than it is offensive tackles. You can get defense from second round to the sixth round because there is a deeper draft for defense. But at 17, if I'm going to go protect my quarterback, I am getting an offensive lineman if Trevor Moorrig is not there. If Trevor Moorrig from TCU is not there, I am getting an offensive tackle.
Moorrig, I definitely think he'll be there. But the reason we had to flip this offensive line around because it was too expensive, man. And look what happened to us last year. We finished 8-8.
And this is
why
we need to go get that, because that's the only missing spot. That is the only missing spot on the offensive line is a right tackle. If we go get that at 17, we're set. We don't have to worry about that in the later rounds.
Now, just hear me out on this. Because I agree, we do need a right tackle. But man, we got a guru in developing tackles, man. All we got to do is get a solid. We got the left tackle is the most important position anyway. It's more important than right tackle. Kind of with right tackle, you kind of could throw anybody out there. Colton Miller I think he's going to be a Pro Bowler this year. You know, has he been a Pro Bowler yet?
No, he hasn't been a Pro Bowler yet, but he is going to be a Pro Bowler.
Well, he for sure. I think he'll for sure get those nods this year. Like, he got the eyes on him because I'm watching a lot of analysts talk about Colton Miller more, you know, and they give him his respect. But as far as like with the drafting, man, we need to put some playmakers on defense, man, because it's like okay, you know what, the Raiders look good until the Raiders look good until they actually play a good team.
I agree, like, but we don't have a veteran defense. We really don't. We don't have a veteran defense.
But sometimes you don't need to. You know what you need?
What you mean you don't need to? You need
a few veterans out there.
You need
a
veteran at every position on the defensive field. When it comes to defensive line, linebacker, corners, and safeties, you need a veteran, at least one or two veterans on each of the positions on defense. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Listen, I agree with that. Like you need that veteran presence there. You know, you want, like, that's why I want us to get Richard Sherman, because I think Richard Sherman, I think he does more than energizes the DB room. He energizes the whole defense, if you get what I'm saying.
Right, I agree. But
you want those guys there.
I'm just not sitting. If I'm the Raiders, right, I'm not sitting back and just waiting on Richard Sherman. There's corners out there that we can get right now.
You're right.
There's veteran corners that we can get right now, because I'm at this point with Richard Sherman that I don't even care if we get him or not. That's where I'm at with it, because he's taking too damn long to sign. OTAs is about to come up real soon, right after the draft. If he's not signed by the draft, I don't want him.
But you got to think, this is the game right now at this time of year. He's just playing the game right now. He's probably trying to get Sherman's at the end of his career, right?
If you want to win
that,
in
right?
this league, there's no time for games. If you want to win this league, there's
no.
Look what the Patriots did. Look what the Patriots did in the offseason, in the free agency.
No, I 100% agree with you, but you gotta look at what Mike Mayock said early when he came out and before free agency and everything. Mike Mayock said we were going to be aggressive at the start of free agency, in the middle, and towards the end. They know these things is going to happen, and the GMs they know guys are going. They know it's going to be veteran guys that wait to after the draft and see what's going on. Sherman's trying to just see where his biggest bag is at. That's
and we're not going to give him that biggest bag.
Player.
We're not going to give him that biggest bag.
Exactly. You know, we don't even have the money. But I think Sherman is trying to see, like, okay, where can I, he's trying to weigh out his options. Do I want to go for the bag, or do I want to, because I feel like he could add some more to his resume. He could add more, put a little something more down there, maybe add another ring or something, because I feel like if we could add Sherman, get a few young pieces, we Super Bowl contenders right now.
See, I don't know about. See, I'm more of a realist. My thing is this.
Let me tell you, just think of this. Gus Bradley's defense,
bro. Let me tell you, Gus Bradley defense outside of Seattle, right? Outside of that Seattle defense, that Legion of Boom defense. Outside of that, what defense that Gus Bradley took to the Super Bowl after that Legion of Boom? After. My point exactly.
Super Bowl. I mean, like, no. I get. See, but we staring. We to say took to the Super Bowl. That's a lot to ask for. Let's just say we could look at the top 10 defenses he had, and he put up numbers because he had a top 10 defense with the Rams and with the Jaguars.
But you see, it's proven. Don't get me wrong. It is proven, but it's going to take time. I don't see us being a Super
No,
Bowl.
you're right.
I don't see us. I don't.
I mean,
I
I'm not gonna say
see
we
us.
just like
Hold on,
we Super
hold on.
Bowl
I'll let you talk,
like
sir.
we just gonna
I'll
win.
let you talk, sir. Hold on.
Oh,
I'm
you're
gonna
right. You're right.
I'll let you talk,
My
sir.
bad.
So
My bad.
what I'm going to say here is this, though. Our defense is going to be good, but it's going to take a few years for it to be dominant.
Right.
But you got to look at the draft
Yeah.
and how we got to look at the draft and how John Gruden is going to draft. Is he going to let Gus Bradley pick his players in the draft? That's number one. Number two, John Gruden knows we need a right tackle. We know he needs a right tackle. So John Gruden is going to address that early. Now, the Derek Carr talks have died down when it comes to him getting traded. They died down because there's no quarterbacks being traded. We're not trading quarterback for quarterback. It's dead. So
You're right.
I know other people do want to call in and talk, but I just want to put this out there. Derek Carr is not going anywhere. To extend him, yes, you do need to extend him and bring in a younger quarterback to sit behind him and to help him with the John Gruden offense. Yes. But I'm not trading him for another starting QB. I'm not doing that. I'm going with Carr. I'm sorry.
To be honest, I'm not trading them. I'm not trading them and trade my future away. Now, as far as Carr, 1 first-round pick for Watson, I'll do that in a heartbeat. But I'm not trading my whole future away for Watson. He has a knee injury that I don't like.
Watson's not going anywhere, so we can nip that in the bud.
Like that.
We can nip that in the bud. Watson's not going anywhere.
Yeah, Watson
not
is
going
through
anywhere.
some whole other stuff. Davis is not going. Davis
even before the allegations with Deshaun Watson was not coming here. He was not. We're not going to give up Darren Waller and like 4 draft picks for Deshaun Watson.
Oh,
absolutely
hell
not.
no. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I would have never did that. No. I'm talking about hell no. I wouldn't have done that right there. That's not worth it. That's one more thing before we get off the line. This is another thing what I want to talk about, man. As far we need to add pieces to this defense, man. If you think about it, man, I think Abram is solid. I think Cleveland Farrell is solid. And then a lot of things, the nation is not giving Cleveland Farrell his respect, man.
I am.
I've been hearing a lot of people talk about as far as starting, we're gonna have Yannick and Max Crosby. And I'm like, I love Max. Max is a hell of a player to me. But Max is not nearly as skilled. He's not nearly as skilled as Clee, man. Clee is skilled,
sir.
Man. When you watch him play.
I appreciate your call, sir. Thank you for calling in. We do have people calling on the other line. I'm sorry. I had to cut you off.
My bad, man. I'm holding up. My bad, man. All right, man. I'll holler at you next time.
All right, man.
All right.
He said Cleveland Farrell was better than Max Crosby. I had to hang up. If anybody want to call in and respond to everything that this guy had to say, if you want to call in and respond to everything that guy had to say, please call up now, 267-957-1431. So if you want to call up, come on and call up, y'all. Come on and call up, y'all. Come on and call up. 267-957-1431. If you want to call up. I don't know about Cleveland Farrell being better than Max Crosby. I don't know about that. I just don't know about that. Max Crosby got double teamed all last year. Y'all have to fail to realize that. Y'all have to realize that. I some of the stuff that he was just saying, Carr needs to be extended. I love having these debates with y'all because I am a Raiders fan just like y'all. So if you want to call up, come on and call up. Come on and call up. I would love for y'all to come on and call up, honestly. So come on and call up, y'all. Cleveland is a first rounder, just not a 4th overall pick. Cleveland is better in the run, not in the pass. Yes, I can agree with that, Zach. I can agree with that. He's better in the but Max Crosby had got double teamed all last year and was getting held all last year. Y'all know that, man. Crosby is better than Cleveland Farrell when it comes to a pass rush. We know this. That caller got me. He got me on. I just didn't understand. But at the end of the day, the whole Derek Carr situation, right? I love having these arguments with y'all, and it is all fun. It's all fun. It's nothing serious. It's all fun. But homeboy did not let me start. He let me talk, and I had to end it. So I mean, we did miss about 5 calls. So if you do want to call up to the show, I'm going to keep the lines open for another 10 minutes. 267-957-1431. 267-957-1431. Call up. Call up. I would love for y'all. Shout out to, and I want to put this out there. Shout out to Docs. Shout out to my bro Docs for coming on. Shout out to my boy Docs, aka Graphic Raider. If you want to call up, come on and call up. Need to extend Carr? Yes. I think he's our quarterback. He's going to retire here. The Carr haters is going to have to deal with Derek Carr. Y'all going to have to deal with him. Y'all want to ship him out so bad. I don't understand why you want to ship him out so bad. It doesn't make sense. I don't know why it rejects right away, because I blocked a few people because I didn't know who you were. I didn't know who y'all are. So y'all gotta text the number before y'all call. Text the number before y'all call, please. Text the number before y'all call. I would love to see that. You're going to have to deal with Derek Carr? Yes, you're going to have to deal with Derek Carr. I just don't understand it. Try a different number, Malik. Try a different number if you can. Because, I mean, some people, I don't know if... I'm from Canada. That's why you reject me. I didn't see no Canada call. I saw a lot of California calls. I didn't see no Canada call. He got me all sweating and everything. He got me sweating. That's why I love doing these calls with y'all. I love doing these calls with y'all because it's so much fun to debate and argue and stuff like that. After getting rid of Mac, you don't take a DE at number 4. That is stopping the run and rushing the passer after the coach complained about a lack of a pass rush. Facts. So you would take a linebacker at 17? No, I will not take a linebacker at 17. Absolutely not. I would not take a linebacker at 17. No. 267-957-1431 if you want to call. I'm waiting for y'all to call. 267-957-1431. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, man. I got a feeling monetization is probably going to be off for this one because of the debate, man. I love having these debates with y'all. See, as suitability, I knew that was going to happen. All right, so we got a caller coming in. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian. Who is this and where you calling from? Let me see. I'm trying to see why I can't. Can you hear me? Hello? I don't know what's going on with this app. Sometimes I can't. I don't understand this app sometimes. I really don't. I really don't at this moment. I don't know what's going on with this app. Isn't Cleaning Farrell the perfect guy? Darian, the report today came out that the Raiders have $2 million left in cap space after occurring $9 million in the cap hit from Colton Miller deal. We don't have way more money to sign free agency or draft picks. Well, our draft pick money is already out the cap space. So when it comes to the draft, the cap space is already out for that. So we don't have to. That's the $2 million has nothing to do with the rookies. That's the one thing you have to learn about the cap space. The cap space don't have, when it comes to our cap space, it don't have nothing to do with the rookies. The rookie cap space already is out. So that $2 million don't have nothing to do with the rookies. All right, so here we go. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian. Who is this and where you calling from? Mic check, mic check. I don't know if it's me or
Yeah, Spotlight. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I got you.
All right. Sorry about that earlier, man. My Bluetooth connected to the car. It was acting up.
That was all good, man.
Yeah, but I wasn't actually listening to the other guy, man. You sure you don't got a fifth of Hennessy that you're going to drink right now? Because I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Man, nah, I'm not. He made me want to smoke my cigar, though. He did make me want to kind of smoke my cigar at the time.
My thing is, man, Cole definitely deserves an extension, man. It's that sorry defense, man. That defense is just horrible. They just couldn't put out anything. I mean, 3 of the games that Carr put us in winning positions, the defense sold us out.
Thank you.
Not Carr. So these Carr haters, they need to get it through their head, man, that it wasn't Carr. It was our defense, man. Especially with KC, the Kansas City game, the Chargers game, and I forgot the actual third game.
Facts.
But we was in winning position. And we should have won. Oh, the Dolphins.
The Dolphins game too.
Those 3 games. Yeah, we were supposed to be 11-5, man. I think we should have been. You know, we should have made it, man. You know, but I really, really don't trust those receivers we got right now. I don't trust them. They not number 1 talent. And John Brown, he can't stay healthy. So I actually don't think that he'll be, you know, available for the whole season.
Well, you never know. You never know. You got to think of it. Injuries happen in the NFL. And if John Brown is one of, you know, injuries happen in the NFL, but we got to work with what we got. You got to work with one thing. And it's been a lot of quarterbacks that have won Super Bowls without a number 1 receiver. I mean, sometimes it's not needed, but if it's there, then go get it. So I feel as though they went out and got receivers as of right now. We all know Waller's going to be our top person, but you got to think about it. Ruggs is coming back. We got to give Edwards a chance. So we got to give these younger receivers a chance, even though we got some veterans than Brown and Zay Jones and Renfro that have been around for a couple years now. But Ruggs and Edwards is going to be the future of our wide receiving core. They are.
Right.
So that we have to give them a chance, knowing the size of Brian Edwards. The size of Brian Edwards is almost the same size as Michael Crabtree with Crabtree played. Now, if Edwards can actually stay healthy, he could be promising. But we got to give them a chance. We got to give them a chance instead of us trying to go after any type of player. Like, it's been rumors that we might go after OBJ and all these guys. We drafted these 2 guys last year for a reason.
Right, yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to give them a chance.
Right. But I actually thought that, you know, they should have went with Lamb in the draft. I mean, we got to deal with who we got to deal with now.
Right.
Sad to say. But, I mean, Ruggs didn't play a full season, so we didn't really get his all. Plus, doing with the COVID and everything, you know, we really have to, you know, see what, like, he actually have right now.
Yeah, what his potential is.
Right. But he just got to keep his ass off some damn video games too, man. He really needs to, you know.
Have you seen the video? Have you seen the video where he's working out with Derek Carr, John Brown, Zay Jones, and those guys?
No,
they're actually trying to get their chemistry together, and Carr's throwing the football to them. So, I mean,
I actually seen the one with John Brown though. I've seen that one.
Yeah, he's doing it with John Brown. He's doing it with Ruggs. He's doing it with Zay Jones. I don't know if Edwards was in that video too. I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, they out there working, they doing something, you know, before OTAs come up.
Right, but they just have to, you know, pick up somebody, you know, for that free safety position, man. You know, because right now I don't trust what's the guy that they had just they had last year. Forgive me for forgetting his name, but I mean, Abrams is good. He's solid. And right now, like, you know, I see the way he's working out, and he's going hard, man. He looks like he want to, you know, definitely get better. You know, but I would think Morrick in the draft would be a good fit. You know, if they take them, and then like maybe like second or third round, we'll look at an actual corner. But how do you think about what you think about us taking a wide receiver probably in the fourth or fifth round?
I'm not really a big fan of a wide receiver right now. It's not really no good wide receivers after the first round. I don't see any of us, taking a wide receiver. Now, if it was a real big need at wide receiver, then yes, I will go get it. But right now we have to go. If we got everything we needed in the draft, like as far as the first, second, third, fourth, probably in the sixth round, I would take a wide receiver, but I still would be skeptical of taking a wide receiver in the sixth round. So it's not really too many wide receivers I could go out and get at this moment in this draft. This draft class is not really deep at the wide receiver position.
Right.
So I'll go with the need before I go get a wide receiver.
Right. And I mean, it's either I will pray that Tevin Jenkins will be available in round number 2, but I don't think he's going to fall that far. I think somebody else is going to grab him before then. But I watch his tape, man. He seems like he's going to be a monster. Like he only allowed 1 sack, I think, in his 2 years he had played. Like so, I like Tevin Jenkins better than the other 2.
With Christian Darrisaw?
Yeah, Darrisaw, he's okay. He's okay. I just don't, I don't think he's better than Tevin Jenkins.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
But we definitely need to fix that line. But you know what? I just don't like. If we have a player that's been there 4 to 5 years and they getting these big contracts and they getting all this money, they gotta start thinking like Tom Brady, man. You gotta take a pay cut for the team, man. You wanna, yeah. My thing is like, aren't y'all tired of losing? Don't y'all want to start winning? Don't y'all want to go to the playoffs and stuff? Like, come on. I mean,
you gotta put money into the other positions. Like, this is why.
Exactly.
Why you think Patrick Mahomes? Why you think? Even I know I don't like to keep talking about KC, but you see how they had to restructure Patrick Mahomes after he got that big contract.
Correct.
They had to restructure it because they ain't had no cash space because you paid him all that money after he won the Super Bowl. Now you restructure all that money and now you address your offensive line, and that's what's happening with the Raiders. We had to cut a lot of those players that had those big contracts because they wasn't producing. I mean, LaMarcus Joyner was a big reason of that, but at the same time, like he didn't play his best position either. He's a safety. He's not a slot corner. So. But the contract, but it was more of a contract release than it was a performance release because how much money he was making.
Exactly, but as long as he's been there, he never had an interception. That's pathetic. Not one. And you think that you're going to constantly keep on getting all this money each and every year? No. I mean, I'm glad he was one of those, guys that like actually got cut. But like, they gotta do what Brady do, man. Take less money and try to, bring some talent in. So we can see a playoff at least, man.
Right.
I don't know how everybody else feels. I'm sick of losing every season. We look like we about to make the playoffs. We looking good in the first half of the season. Then after that, the second half of the season, we go to shit. And then like I said, we had those actual 3 games. We should have had 11 wins. There was no way in hell, with this sorry defense.
Exactly. You have a great point there. You have a absolute great point there, bro. You really do. So I mean, I do thank you for calling up to the show. I will be doing this more often. So if you always want to call up, just call in. I'm gonna be doing this on a consistent basis from now on. Now I got everything out the way that I needed to do. So I'm definitely going to be bringing back these call-in shows.
No doubt, Darren, man, and salute to your channel and all the other Raider fans, that got a YouTube page that, putting up all this Raiders talent, because I'm from New York City. We ain't getting that. And I'm sick of hearing about the sorry Giants and the sorry Jets.
That's how I feel. Listen, I'm in Philadelphia, bro. I'm sick of hearing about the Eagles, bro.
Yeah, man. I was thinking, man, I was trying to see how much it costs to at least get a luxury suite for the Giants Raider game this year because we got the NFC League. So since we playing those guys, man, I was trying to look into it, but it just cost too much damn money. I'll just sit in the lower level.
Honestly, I'm gonna still go to the Giants game, and I'm still going to go to the Pittsburgh game too, because they both close to home. So I'm going to do both of those games this year.
We gotta link up. I'm on your Instagram page.
All right, absolutely. Just to let you know, it is a bar downtown New York that's just favored just the Raiders. You know that, right?
You talk about Lexington Avenue.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where I actually met Colton Miller. I met Trayvon Mullen. I met Max Crosby, and I met Farrell. They was all there. That was the day before the Jets ended up giving us that damn ass whipping.
Right. I was there for the Jets game. I was there for that.
Yeah, I was there too. I was there too, man. I was sitting right on the 30-yard line seat, and I was like 3 rows away from the Raiders.
I was at the.
So I was mad.
I was in the corner of the end zone. When the Raiders did their first drive, that's where I was at.
Right.
So man, I know.
Yeah, man.
I know that was.
I left in the third quarter.
It was raining. It was cold that day. It was.
Yeah, man. And the thing was, man, I was talking a bunch of crap to Jack Del Rio's nephew. He was a diehard Jets fan. He was just talking crazy, man. He got so drunk, man. He wanted to fight at the end. And I was like, man, listen, man, you better not play with me, man, because I can do this too. But, man, I don't want to keep you up, man. But once again, man, thank you, man. I'll definitely hit you up, man. And maybe, once you come out to the Giants game, we can link up.
Absolutely. I'm trying to do a tailgate podcast show before the game starts out there. So I'm trying to do that.
Man, let me know.
All right, man. No problem.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, you too.
All right.
All right. So there you have it, guys. I am taking no more calls today. Ladies and gentlemen, I am taking no more calls today. We will be taking more calls tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. We will be taking more calls tomorrow. Yeah, and it's going down. It's going down tomorrow, y'all. Hopefully, we the show did start off slow. Don't get me wrong. The show did start off slow, but it's all good. It is all good. I think we will shock people to win the division. Yeah, we will definitely shock people. We will definitely shock people. But I am not taking any more calls. I've been on here for almost 2 hours and 30 minutes, almost 3 hours doing these shows with y'all. But I do want to thank y'all so much for coming on here, y'all. If this is your first time ever being on a YouTube page, we would suggest that y'all subscribe, hit the bell button, and get the latest news in all sports news. I love having these debates. I love having these arguments with y'all. And it's all fun and games. It's nothing serious. We're just debating Raiders, ladies and gentlemen. I am coming to Vegas in August, probably for some preseason games, if they open up the Death Star for preseason games. So I will be in the building for that. And I do want to go to the Raiders Tavern and Grill when I come to Vegas. I do want to go there. So thank y'all so much for tuning into another show. Shout out to all the people that donated the $3.99 super chat. And that was from Raider Nation Gaming. Thank you so much for the $3 super chat. We really do appreciate it so much. We're going to try to keep this more on a professional level. I try to keep it raw and uncut so I don't have to feel like a robot doing these things for y'all. Okay, so Gustavo says, do you ever think we'll ever have a top defense? We will. It's just that we have to be patient. We have to be very, 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 very patient. We have to be. Nah, man, we're serious, LOL. Yeah, we're serious, but at the same time, EC, it's all love. Everybody's going to have their own opinion. Everybody's going to have their own title. Everybody's going to have the way they feel about the Raiders. We shop in front of the stadium too. Really? That's interesting. That is very, 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 very interesting. But thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. We'll be back tomorrow at 3:15, and we're going to try to make sure we do the call-in show a little bit earlier than expected. But if any breaking news come out, ladies and gentlemen, any breaking news come out, make sure you send it to me with our Instagram, which is at Spotlight Raider Talk. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We love y'all. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, and I am going to be out of here. Love y'all. Peace, love, and happiness. I'm out.
Once a Raider, bruh, always a Raider, bruh. Shit simple as that. You look silver and black. Lot of bread invested in that O-line. Car insurance cost the arm and the leg. You reach that goal line. It's go time.